Hello everyone, my name is Peachy Quiche. I am your streamer for today. Welcome to the stream. We are having a Sass RPG night / morning / whatever. It's not actually morning, except for some of us. For most of us, it's noon, 3, whichever. Afternoon. I'll be playing Marasi, the Elven Bard. That is why I am the recorder for this journey that our party is taking. Alright, so we're starting at 3 o'clock today. Last week we had a single session, just a one-off to bridge the gap. DM wasn't here, so we took a week off technically. But this week we are back to the normal story session. The party just came back from fighting vampires in an underground tomb. Might have lost our guide. Yeah. So, they might be a vampire. We need to discuss the consequences of that. We need to move forward with story progression. So that is what's on the agenda for today. Let's go ahead and hop back in the party and see what they're doing.
That
wow,
joke is stretching.
Okay, fine, be like that.
Okay,
Hello,
yes.
we're on the interwebs.
Just be like that, yeah.
Oh, hey, we're on the interwebs
Whatever
now.
that is, apparently.
Hello, the internet.
Interwebs.
Hello, My name is totally not a vampire 87.
Oh, no. Magnus, are you feeling okay?
Oh, completely! Let me just ask Mal.
Roll
You
persuasion.
look a little pale there.
Oh, dear.
No, just kidding.
You just look a bit pale around the cheeks.
Can I roll persuasion, actually? It's the first time we'll be able to use this in about a week and a half.
Yes, actually, roll
In
persuasion.
game time, I mean.
Oh, okay. Anyway. Anyway, I think we're about to get started here, and I would like to remind everybody, let's keep the jabs in character, because I know some of y'all are like ready to unleash hell. So let's keep it in character, please. Let's not have it out of character, especially considering things that have happened in the past. So, yeah, things and stuff. Anyway, so last time on RPG Night with Sass, or apparently I can't tell time. Look at the time; it's time to start. We had a quite the adventure, didn't we? At least the main party did. Y'all decided to fight vampire spawn.
Yes, and?
Things happened. Explosions. Michael Bay was pleased. However, one of your party members fell in the fight, or rather, somebody who was set to be your guide fell in the melee. In which, after the battle was done, a certain figure emerged from the depths of the catacombs, in which one of you got a very good glimpse out of who it was. He seemed like a fine fellow. Just a little pale, but I mean, that's what happens when you don't see the sun, very much, right? I mean, I'm sure it's fine. It's just a skin condition or something. Anyway, he took the corpse of your fallen comrade, and that was that. And he left you to do whatever you wanted to do. Everybody said, "Oh, look at the time! It's time to go," and decided to hightail it back to Everbright College. Which, at that point, you reunited with your fellow party members who stayed behind, and we are here now.
You left her? We didn't have a choice.
They didn't exactly have a choice. There was something involved which stunned the entire party, save for one person who decided to find cover, probably for a good reason.
We also didn't have a chance to incinerate the body.
This is also true.
So now there is a vampire spawning in plate mail.
You don't know that?
God.
Sweet.
Anyway.
Okay.
Can we assume that, though? We
We
don't know,
I'm
but can we
assuming it.
assume?
You don't know, but considering the story, if you're going based on fairy tales and legends and things like that, if it walks like a duck, if it talks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it's probably a motherfucking vampire.
Okay. Good to know. Never going to the pond again.
Rip all the
So you're saying
naiads.
it's definitely a Canadian goose.
Definitely.
A Canadian goose with teeth, yes.
Oh dear.
Look
They
at his
have
smile.
teeth. They
Talks
have
like
teeth.
a duck. Oh, duck! It's a duck.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Geese are mean, man.
Yeah.
And on that note, we're starting early tonight. Hey!
This is not tonight. The sun is still out.
I know, that's the point.
Okay.
Anyway, you think about it, geese are just dire ducks. You're not wrong.
This is a good point.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Anyway, suddenly grabs my book and writes notes. Anyway,
I mean, if the worst thing you fight are geese, I'm okay with this.
vampire
Yeah.
ducks.
Good change
God.
from vampires.
Vampire ducks.
Oh dear.
Anyway.
Now we're all dead.
Anyway,
Oh god.
you bring out the were badgers. I'm bringing out the vampire ducks. Let's go.
I said nothing about werebadgers in this campaign.
No, you didn't.
I didn't say anything in the other
Did you say
campaign either. You did.
Did you say anything about
Anyway.
succubi?
Ooh, succubi. Those are always fun.
Excuse you. I'm the top succubi here. Anyway, moving on.
Keep saying that.
Behold
that battle proved wrong.
lasagna
Anyway.
booty. It's canon.
God
We
damn it!
win.
I just stepped
We win.
right into that one. Oh, the combo. You know, I'm not
Ah,
even
the
mad. I'm
lasagna.
not even mad.
Keep
Not
my
even
Lasagna,
mad.
you
Well
didn't
done.
just
Well played.
High
step
five,
into
Arcana.
that one. You stepped into the bear trap that was, and now are rattling the chain.
I applaud that. Slow. I'm not even mad. Not even mad. Okay. I appreciate it.
buy
I
t-shirts.
appreciate the long game. Anyway. Yes, so back to business. You're back at Everbright College. You've basically been told, if I remember correctly, to speak with Professor Chroma about your findings. And that's where we left off. Oh, and two of you mentioned something, and two of you actually wandered off. I believe that was Octaya and Valdir to do some other business.
Yep.
I think maybe now might be a fantastic time to take care of that business first. What do you say?
Possibly.
Okay.
Sure. Anybody events it? No.
I hear no objections. No
Alrighty.
objections. Okay. No objections noted. Okay. Get on with it. Yes. So, yes. So, the two of you, where are you headed then?
Well, the letter said second floor of the Mages College, if I recall correctly. 1 second.
That sounds correct.
I need to actually get into roll 20. I'm in the wrong roll 20. What am I doing?
Oh my God, earbud, that picture. Oh my God.
Thank you for showing.
That's.
Also, you can take me off a spare sheet now. Or a spare sheet now.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's horrible, and I want you to know it.
It's good.
Yeah,
I
take me
like
off
it.
Jax as well.
Give me a second here. Let me take care of that because only one person needs to have access to that. There we go. All right. So
Leave me
where are
with
you heading?
please. Okay. Where are we headed? Where are we
Mages
going?
College, third floor. Third floor of the Mages
Where are we
College.
going?
In order to get there- In order to get there, based on where you needed to go to get here to begin with, you'll need to go through the teleportation room at the other end of the college.
Okay. Start heading that way, I suppose.
Oh, okay. Takes you about 10, 15, let's say 15 minutes to get there. Not a long jaunt. You arrive in the room. There's the standard fare there. No major changes since you've last been there. Two, what appears to be two guards and two, looks like magicians there, of some sort.
All right, Valdir. Well, unless Octaya, you take it.
No, you do it.
Valdir, move up to the front. Just pack over his shoulder. Mages College, if you will.
One of the mages nods, prepares what appears to be a spell for you. The other one does so as well. After about 5-10, let's say 10 minutes, the teleportation circle appears to glow a very light blue, and appears to be ready for departure.
He's gonna just nod to the two of them. Thank you kindly.
They both, without even breaking their concentration, just give a slight nod to both of you, and continue to hold and maintain the teleportation spell.
Right. May as well push through. And he's just gonna take a first step on the platform.
Okay. As you take that step onto the platform, nothing happens immediately. Do you take a second step onto the platform?
Yep.
Octai, he instantly disappears before your eyes.
Wonderful.
Octaya,
Yes.
this is the same thing that happened before. This is not anything new.
Cool. Just go.
Okay. You take 2 steps in. You also disappear, and both of you reappear in the Mages College 4th floor.
Valdir's kind of holding his stomach a little bit. Oh, I'm never getting used to that. Alright.
One of the what appears to be a graduate student in the room, definitely much younger than his other peers in there, just kind of lets out a chuckle. He's like, "You'll get used to it at some point, I'm sure."
Just shakes his head and like holds a finger up to that guy.
He casts
Don't
Mage
you even
Hand.
start.
He casts Mage Hand and gives you one back.
No, not that finger. Just like a single finger. Just like don't even start.
Oh, the don't even start. Okay, never mind. Yeah, he's like, he just kind of just chuckles a little bit and goes about his business again.
Right, that's
So, what's your business here?
Meeting an associate. 3rd floor, they said.
Oh, 3rd floor. Just be sure to check in downstairs, 1st floor, and I'm sure there will be no problems.
Thank you kindly. I'll make sure to check in. Okay. He's gonna hold out an arm.
And he opens the door and lets you 2 through.
Never mind then. He's just gonna put the arm back down and trot through the door.
Okay. Where are you headed now?
Do you actually want to check in? I think we want to keep this as covert as possible, but...
Sure.
Alright.
Okay.
Do it.
Alright.
Alright, you
We'll
head
go
down
to
to the 1st floor, right?
1st floor, and I am going to use the frickin' charlatan class feature.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Sure. Details, please.
Constantly, he can change his he has a false identity. That he
Okay,
can
so
use.
we're going to use the false identity. Perfect. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, very good. You arrive back at the 1st floor. It's not as busy as the last time you were here. You actually don't even have to wait in line. You can just cozy right up to the counter and talk to somebody immediately if you want to.
Alright. He's gonna move forward, just gonna put a elbow on it and just say, "Morning to you. Just check it in, we have a friend we're meeting."
Oh, check it in. Perfect. Give me just a second. Name, please.
Balcrum Roswin.
Balcrum. Don't see a Balcrum, but who are you seeing?
We got a letter from an interested party. They wanted to keep it a little quiet, adventuring business, they were saying.
He holds up a finger. Say no more. He takes out, he puts his pen away. He looks over to his other associate, says, "I'm going on a 5-minute break. You mind covering for me?" He takes another book away from the desk, and he starts heading upstairs.
He's gonna look over his shoulder to Octaya. Seems we found the right person.
Mm-hmm.
He
cool.
heads up.
Obviously.
He heads up the stairs 2 flights to the 3rd floor.
Alright, I would be following behind him.
Mm-hmm. And he stops about halfway down the hall once he gets up to that 3rd floor. There's no door there, by the way.
Wonderful.
What
He
is
turns
there?
around. Well, there's a wall there.
Alright then.
Actually, well, I shouldn't say there's a wall there. It's basically like there's a wall straight ahead. The corridor turns to the left, and it also turns kind of like a slightly winding kind of a spiral path up to the right. But he stops at the fork, basically. So there's like a wall straight ahead of you.
All right.
So he stops there, he turns around, and he says, I'm sure you understand that there are certain peoples who would prefer that our charitable efforts do not arrive at their destination.
Oh, I'm certain.
Discretion is of the utmost importance here. I hope that your discretion can be counted upon.
Oh, you pay well enough. Any lips stay closed. Whether it's ours or someone else's.
Roll persuasion, please.
Persuasion, alright.
Octaya, you can help with this.
Okay.
Alright, so that's advantage.
It would be both of you rolling.
Oh, okay.
Normal. Both rolling normal.
Persuasion. Where are
Get
you?
it.
Okay.
Do I? Do I? Why did you say it, dear?
Oh.
You had a better chance than me. Don't at me here.
That's why I was hoping for the advantage.
Absolutely abysmal here.
Yeah.
Absolutely abysmal. No, I'm talking to King Sonya with that remark.
I'm gonna be using my own dice, I think, because fuck roll 20 apparently. Move on.
Yeah. He considers your statement. Profiteer, then. Great. We're gonna have to deal with one of these. Okay. Let me make this
money's
perfectly
not
clear.
the only part of it.
Oh?
Even profiteers have codes. Things they won't do.
And how am I to trust you that you won't break your word? Would we be able to secure some level of collateral? You complete the job, you get it back. You tell no one. We have no further business. We all go along our ways.
I've got something. Don't want to use it, but I've got something.
Sorry, say that again?
He has something. I'm gonna PM you this.
Okay.
Can I be included in this PM?
No, not yet.
Fine.
It's going on Discord. No,
Okay.
not you. Who the frick are you?
PM Discord, okay. Waiting for it?
Yep, it's coming up. 1 minute.
Okay. Aha. Aha. Now that I'll allow that and allow it to completely retcon the rule that you just made. That's a pretty powerful thing you're offering right there. I'll allow that.
Should I ask?
Right, I know where you're going with this. I know exactly where you're going with this. This is going along with the. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's it's that thing.
It's that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, this would actually be considered equal collateral. It will be allowed to bypass the roll. You're good.
Excuse me, what?
No.
No.
I'm gonna need some parchment, some ink, and a quill.
He provides it to you, actually.
Alright. He's going to start writing and making sure to keep his back to Octaya. Just for now.
Okay.
Ryan thinks he's a little bitch.
Let me get a stealth check first from Naura. Let's start there. Make it a DM whisper roll, please. Let's start there.
Got it. Whisper to GM.
Yeah. Is Octaya going? Oh boy, Octaya, are you going to? Hang on. Octaya, are you going to attempt to peek at this?
Yes.
Okay, give me a perception roll. Also whispered.
Roll20 hates me. That's it. That's what it
Darling,
is.
it's not
Roll20
You
just
wouldn't have
hates
passed
me.
with the roll I just made.
No.
No, you wouldn't have passed with the roll I just made.
Actually,
Roll20 just hates me.
actually, before you even made your roll, Naura has a fair point.
Roll20 just hates me.
Did he
Naura's luck is actually really bad on Roll20 of the past how many sessions? Anyway,
Every session.
okay, Naura, if you want to use your own dice, that's perfectly fine moving forward. Okay, so Naura is starting to write some things on the parchment. Naura, if you would, can you tell me what the last 2 sentences that you write down are on that parchment?
Sure thing. I'll send it to you.
Okay. We'll give it as that. I think that's going to be the way to do it. By the way, the rolls were 22 versus a natural 1.
Yep.
With perception winning.
Yeah, I wonder. Very good.
Yikes. That's really bad.
This is a good point. This is a very good point, King.
True enough.
You need the Percy to balance the Wheaton.
Fuck off.
No, it's true though.
1 second.
Not anymore, it's not true.
I know it's not
It's,
true anymore.
It's, what's her name? Ashley Birch.
Oh, yeah.
She balances the Will Wheaton.
Oh my gosh.
You have disadvantage because your armor. Well, it was a natural 20 rolls. Natural 20.
Yep.
The fuck?
Stealthiest dwarf ever.
Until she tried to leave after her one night stand.
No one ever does well on those rolls, just saying. Yeah, no, Vax got cut out of that too. He rolled double nat 1 as a rogue.
Jeez.
With permanent advantage because of Cloak of Elvenkind.
I'm just going to say I feel that pain. I feel that pain so bad.
Hang on a second. I actually have to think of a thing.
No worries. Take your time.
Sure you did.
Okay. Let me
You're taking a charismatic
whoa.
person with.
While this is going on, we'll go ahead and come back to the two of you. As Naura, you're writing this, or how long will it be? A minute or two, or?
It'll be just a sec. You can push.
Oh, okay. We'll push on with the two of you then. As after you finish writing it, actually no, I'll wait because I don't know. Octaya may have a response based on what she finds out. I don't know. I would prefer to grant her that opportunity.
Yes, please.
There you go.
Okay, I'll work with that. Octaya, I will send you that information. Actually, if you want to just send it to, I'll work with that.
I'll send it.
Okay, you got it. Yeah, I'm good with that. And just send me the full letter if you would, please, later.
Will do. And he is going to be using, he is going to probably be asking for some wax as well to seal it.
That would be provided.
Yep. And that'd be sealed with his ring.
Octaya, you would also see the sealing with the ring.
Hey, you have a fake signet ring too?
Yes, actually.
Mine shows the royal seal of the Elven lands. What's yours?
Which house do you want? I've got a couple.
Even better.
God, you bunch of Cracker Jack box signet ring. Signet ring club.
Yeah, mine came in this thing called Cat
Not
and
sponsored.
Crutch. But...
I don't know about you guys, but some guy in a green costume, like, was dying on a beach and I picked it off his hand.
Sweet.
Oh God, Lucky Charms. Here we go.
Green Lantern, are you kidding me?
Oh, Green Lantern. Okay, we were gonna go there. I was going with cereal boxes.
like,
I was going with cereal boxes. I was going with cereal boxes. Y'all are finding things in cereal boxes. I'm scared to death now.
Yeah, where do you think I found my sword?
Look at me. I've got one of these rings. Look at me. I got 2 of them. What are you talking about here? Look at me. I've got one on each hand, one for each of the names. Look at me. I'm freaking what's his name from the Avengers movie.
No,
I got 10.
I'm with King.
Look at me.
I'm with King on this. Breakfast is for kids.
Silly pasta.
Anyway, Octaya, do you
Things
have
are
any
happening.
reaction?
I'm glad.
Okay. Yes, froze deeply reading the end of the note. Perception check, Naura. This can be public. Wait, no, hang on. I need a perception first before you before you do that.
of course. Never mind.
Retcon that notice.
Yeah, and you know what I rolled on my own dice? Fucking 20.
Just use your dice going forward. Trust me on this.
I'm never
This is-
touching roll 20 again.
Just
never.
roll your own dice. Trust
Oh
me
my
on-
god.
Okay, moving forward. So I'm assuming you hand the letter to the NPC. Is that correct?
Yeah, with
Oh, okay.
orders that he is not to open it. Unless the package isn't delivered.
Is this what I think this is?
Depends on what you think it is. He's gonna give him a very, very hard stare.
He thinks for a moment. He nods slowly and continues down the hallway.
Alright, he's
Turns
gonna
left, by the
follow
way. He turns
Turning
left.
Turning
Mhm.
left. He's gonna
Yeah, yeah.
quietly, just like, speaking over towards Octaya. Don't mention that I wrote that, would you? Rather keep that little thing a secret.
So I kind of have historical knowledge of this place. History check ?
Wouldn't need it. You have some knowledge of this place. This is a place you've been to maybe a few times before. Maybe not the Mage's College, but not inside this deep
No,
it.
no, no,
but
no, no,
you've
no, no, no,
Hmm?
the letter, the thing he wrote.
Oh, the letter. I'm gonna
Oh,
rule
yeah,
no.
that little. Sorry,
I'm gonna rule no, but I'm gonna give you a different roll.
Okay. Well, it says thing, right? Like the last 2 words of that, right?
Oh,
Thing.
oh, yes, history check. Yes, for that, yes,
Thank
history
you.
check. Yeah, I
Okay.
thought you meant
Does she
something
have
else in there.
historical
Yeah,
knowledge of that place.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, history check.
I'm just gonna. This will be a private roll.
Yeah, yeah, you do. Yeah,
Cool.
you know, you would remember where it is.
Okay. Do I
Um,
know the culture it has?
with
What
that
are you gonna
roll-
give me? Are you gonna give me a general this is where it is geographically? This is what habitat or not habitat, but region, stuff like that.
You would know. That's a place you don't screw around in. You know that. Let's put it this way.
Not a nice
You've-
place.
No. It's, let's just say, here. How about I whisper you that information?
It's a great idea.
I feel like half
Can,
this should have
can
been.
we CC now around that?
Or actually,
yeah, CC me on
Naura,
that
if
as
you
well.
to make it easy, Naura, would you just simply reveal the more of the culture and the location if you would
Sure thing.
please. That's what she will get.
Sure thing. I'm sending it. I'm just sending it to her directly.
Oh, that'll work.
For
That'll work.
transparency, it was a 19 Aura.
It's fine.
You would not recall any individuals or any specific people
Right,
from
right.
there, but
It's
you
just
would know a general,
knowledge,
more
like,
general
this is
stuff.
where the port is. This is what I was selling or trading there.
Surprise, he's
This is
from
getting-
Ireland.
Shut up.
Alphas is actually Scotland.
Anyway, proceeding down the hall, you see a door on your left, a door on your right, and nothing straight ahead except a wall.
Where's the guy?
He puts his hand on the wall.
Hmm.
I think he likes the wall.
Do I get to roll Arcana?
You can roll Arcana on this, yes, actually.
Oh boy,
Arcana,
not
get in the
again.
barrel. Get in the barrel.
Arcana, get in the barrel.
But I don't
to be
want
public.
to use my.
Oh, that was so
Oh, that's fine. That's
sorry.
totally fine. Yeah, that's good enough.
Don't make me roll that again.
No, you're fine. Naura, if you want to roll
20.
as well. Arcana?
What am I?
Oh, yeah, I'll
yeah.
I'll roll it, but this is not going to be good.
That's okay. Roll
Watch it nat 20 for once.
16! That'll work, actually.
Beautiful.
That'll work. You only needed a 15. Yeah, you can tell there's a Dispel Magic spell being cast on that wall, which reveals a door in and of itself.
Hmm. Did he chant anything?
Give me a second as I need to look up the components for that spell. Yeah, you quick. Yeah, no, not chanting. Wait, let's see. Yeah, there would be chanting. Yeah, a few words. Yeah.
In what language?
Let's just. This would be in common.
Okay, this is just for my own curiosity. There's something big coming in.
Okay. Yeah, he's not trying to hide anything. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Cool.
He's not trying to hide anything. Basically, Octaya, I'm gonna roll through some stuff based on your prior rolls. Especially with that 20. You would know that this is something that would be commonly used in. This is not something that is abnormal for those who are in, let's say, less than completely reputable places.
Okay. Just a common,
Not necessarily that
nasty.
they're bad people, but let's just say they operate outside the law type of people. Almost like it gives you that kind of weird thieves' den inside of the Mages Guild kind of vibe, which is kind of awkward, but you get the feeling that this is not exactly that when they say this is not exactly above board with the law, they meant it with this. It's like this really hammers it home.
Okay, thank you.
He opens the door. After you.
Valdir to head in first. He's probably got a hand on his rapier. He's not entirely trusting this now, but he's dealt with individuals like this, so he'd be moving in.
Okay. And Octaya close behind, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. The two of you enter. The door closes behind you. Inside the room, you see three people. One of them who appears to be a very, very old elven wizard, full mage's robe, like that. It's not just a robe.
Merlin.
This is a fucking
Merlin.
robe. No.
Merlin.
This guy is like, I am a motherfucking sorcerer. You will respect my authority type of robe and garb.
So it's Merlin.
Flanked on each side of him would be what appear to be two very clearly. Yes, he also has a magnificent beard. I mean, this beard goes halfway down his body. This man is definitely tall. He is about 6.5 feet tall.
Oh my god.
This is
A man of
tall
culture.
elf. This is tall elf.
Oh my god.
Where is it?
On either side of him are two what definitely appears to be lesser mages, but appear to be mages with definitely strong mages within their own right. They are definitely clad in mage's garb as well. Not as extravagant as the one in the middle. But definitely looks like they can hold their own in a test of wit and sorcery. They are all three of them standing in front of a table. What appears to be a long, almost like a planing table, one you would see with like a map on it. And funny enough, there is a map on it with various waymarks on it. Also included would be a question mark listed out on the port with a circle on it. And other waymarks, including what appears to be a path heading to a destination from that question mark, which, funny enough, happens to be where your airship is docked, to another location.
And we can see all this just...
which happens to be an unknown area, which I'll get to in just a minute. So I see our guests have arrived. Welcome, please have a seat. And both of the mages cast a spell, and 2 chairs appear at the table.
All right.
This one does.
Thaldir kind of like pull the chair just to the side, just half sitting on it. He doesn't look like he's ready to stay for long, but he's just going to put a hand on the table, look at the map. Right, let's make this simple. We don't need to know each other's names. Don't need to worry about anything of that nature. Just the package.
You talk the fuck over him. Flop down on a chair, cross-legged, planning to stay for a while, so I can find out who the fuck they are. Frankly, because they know who we are. And frankly, she would like to know who they are.
Well, that one is Frank, and that one is also Frank.
Steve!
No, that's the one who led us here.
One true Steve.
There's one true Steve, and he kills me all the time.
Steve chucking. Anyway.
Yeah.
Any dwarf.
Out the door!
Anyway, the good thing we don't have any dwarves in the party, right? Anyway,
He was a dwarf.
Anyway, the elven mage is stroking his beard. Seems like you've done this a few times before.
Once or twice. I know better than to get people's names when certain cargoes are being used.
Well, then perhaps, considering that you've done this a few times before, we offer a bit of professional courtesy. In this case, I would tell you what the cargo is that we wish to have delivered.
Is it dangerous?
No, quite the
That's
opposite.
all I need to know.
Well, I don't know what it is.
Still, professional courtesy is in order here. There are certain war-ravaged parts of the world which are under certain occupation, and there are other parts of the world which are equally devastated, and they don't know it yet. We wish to send them supplies that would benefit them, at least to the point of being able to live and get through their day. Certain elements would see to it that these people suffer to their own gain. We would see to it that they make a choice on their own without being oppressed in such a manner. These are not dangerous cargo. Simple things. Blankets, foodstuffs, a few tents, lanterns, things of that nature. We wish for them to at least be able to get by, but certain elements would stop us from delivering these.
Guessing
Certain legal
dangerous elements.
Very dangerous elements, considering that we've attempted once before to send a shipment there, and well, let's just say that their ship came back and a whole bunch of dead bodies.
Right. Just give us the charts. Give us the target, the cargo, and fees. How much are we talking?
The cargo will be provided on the first floor. In fact, the cargo will be provided the moment we make an agreement here. We have people ready to load the supplies onto your vessel immediately, if you agree. You will not have to provide any assistance with this. We will assist you in that endeavor. We will, in fact, take care of the entire endeavor. All we ask is that you transport the goods from here to a certain location, and he points to it on the map. And if I will ping where it is on the map. If you'll give me just a moment.
I'm sorry, what?
Lovely, right there.
Of course.
That's just great.
No, Rem is further to the...
So
You're not there. You're not there. You don't have a say in this.
So you're
Sorry.
saying you want us to ship foodstuffs and supplies to the kingdom of Rim?
No. I wish for you to send supplies to the Forgotten Kingdom.
Forgotten
And he
Kingdom.
looks at Octaya. I think you know exactly where I'm referring to.
Discord's breaking up for her.
Okay. Give me a second.
You back on?
Yes.
Excellent. So what he said, I'll repeat what he said. He said, I don't wish for you to travel to Rim. I want you to deliver this cargo to the Forgotten Kingdom. And he turns towards you, Octaya, and in Elvish says, you know exactly which land I refer to.
Do I?
Your character
The
would
crew
know.
is gonna fucking love this.
Your character would know, in fact.
Okay. Can I get
Give
a
me a
whisper
second.
to
Yes, in
update
fact,
myself?
you can get a whisper.
Oh, well. Listen, when I sent you that message in Discord, I didn't mean immediately.
Okay.
Well, he always has been one to get straight to the point, so oh well.
It's a joy. It's a joy. Okay.
We can, but we're not going to.
Okay. So, what do I do here?
Cry?
What
So
do I
the pay, the pay is 200 gold.
pay is 200 gold.
That's
Well,
nowhere near enough.
Little did you know. Little did you know.
Mm-hmm.
I have 149 right now. I don't think I need 200 more.
That's your choice. I mean, that's your choice.
Tell them it's gonna have to be higher than that.
It's gonna have to be far higher than that. I just got out of a war zone because of those bastards.
So you have a history involved with this.
But that's not.
He considers your
Can
thought.
I respond in Elvish and say,
Yes.
You have an inkling of it if you're telling me it in Elvish.
I'm sorry, say that again?
You have an inkling of it if you're responding, if you're talking to me in this language.
Yes,
not in Elvish.
Mhm.
Vol.2, does Vol.2 know Elvish?
Nope.
Okay.
He says, "You didn't let me finish." And he pulls out a small box. He opens the box is about maybe, let's say about 2 feet wide, maybe a foot tall, about maybe 2 feet by 1 feet by 1 feet, about that size. It's not a huge box. It's a fairly lengthy box. It's a box.
It's a
He opens
box,
the
not
box.
a crate.
Yeah, it's not a crate. He opens the box. Inside that box
Is a crate.
is a bag of holding inside of a box. No, just kidding. You know what? Before I say that, let me get both of you to roll investigation, please.
Not using Roll20, fuck you.
No, you'd be expecting it.
Oh,
That got cocked, hang on.
Okay, no problem.
oh, it's up to you.
That was an 18.
18. Hey, that'll give you some
Fucking
information.
Finally.
Hey.
See, now because you don't roll, Octaya's now cursed. See, look what you've done here, Naura. Naura, you do get some information, actually. What you see in the box are 3 items.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, I'm sorry, 4 items. You see a dagger. This dagger is a little different from the daggers you normally see. This has definitely been worked on in some way, shape, or form. Give me an Arcana check follow-up, please.
Oh, that's
Here
not
it
happening.
goes again.
Get in the barrel, Arcana.
Damn it. Oh.
12.
It's not me
plus
rolling
0.
this because I got-
Not quite enough, but you know it's been worked on magically.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah, the dagger. There's a dagger in there.
Okay.
It's been worked on magically. No further information to be gathered with that 12 Arcana follow-up. You also see a spell scroll.
Can he tell me that there's something magical going on when I roll Arcana?
Yes, well, he would know that it has definitely been magically worked upon.
Right, but I don't.
You don't, because you can't roll it based on based on your investigation check.
Right, but he.
To you,
can
it looks
tell
like a
me
normal dagger.
information.
Let him finish what's in the box, then we'll finish
Okay.
the rolls.
What's in the box?
There appears to be a spell scroll in there.
Uh-huh.
Which is nicely wrapped up because that's what mages are wont to do, to wrap up their spell scrolls nice and neat. There is a ring in there.
Ooh, I like rings.
Let me get another. Actually, give me 2 more Arcana checks if you would, please. Just for each item. Each of these.
Nara?
One was a 10.
Okay.
Happen. The next is a 3.
Okay. The 10 will get you a little bit of information. You see a ring that appears to be there's some smithing components to it that doesn't. It looks like it has a very special metal involved with it. It's weird though. You can't quite put your finger on it, but that ring looks really intriguing. Like there's some sort of there's something really appealing about that ring that you can't quite put your finger on just yet.
It's Sauron, god damn it, Tolkien, you did it again.
And finally, there is a what was the other item? Oh, here it is. The other item is a jewel. It appears to be an emerald. You have no other information about that ring, about that emerald, though.
All right.
So basically, to recap, I'll put this in chat here. an emerald. That's the 4 items.
Just a raw emerald, not set, not cut.
It's not set, but it is definitely cut.
Okay.
This emerald definitely looks like it is not meant to be a set piece.
Okay. Now,
It is meant to be standalone. This is not even, and it's not even small. This is a fairly large emerald gem. I'm
wants to
talking about
touch.
you hold it in your hand and it encompasses about half your hand.
I really want to touch it.
Focus.
You don't know.
Can I roll Arcana on anything?
Investigation check says no.
Can
I'm sorry, I
Arcana
can't-
something?
Yeah, I'm waiting for
Go ahead,
him to
go right
finish,
ahead.
so I can tell her to check them.
Go ahead.
I mean, can you ask the wizard guys what they are?
So,
Okay.
magical items
Wait.
and 200 gold.
Now you can make the Arcana check.
At most,
Thank you.
200 gold.
3 rolls, please.
What is it? Oh my god.
Oh boy.
How many rolls?
3. Oh, there you go. That'll get you some information. Oh, hi. Look at that. Not 20. Okay.
Range.
Tale of 2 crits.
Yeah. That dagger.
Oh, 4 crits, 1 crit, so 3 crits, whatever.
That dagger just looks like a dagger to you, but that ring and that emerald, oh boy, those look interesting.
Which ones?
That ring. You get that same feeling. You're naturally drawn to that ring, actually. Just something that you can't take your eyes off that ring. Although it's more of like it looks really, really, really shiny. And it's just well made. It's well crafted. It's probably worth a good sizable amount of money too. That emerald though, boy, that emerald. At first glance, it looks like a very large emerald, very valuable emerald. But on second look, you kind of look deeper into it, and you see something else with that emerald. That emerald just I don't know what it is, but it's almost like it houses some sort of a latent energy.
Is there any other roll I can make on that?
You don't have to. Your 25 will let you get all the information you need about this. Actually, your nat 20 does.
It's an energy well.
You would know that emerald is a focus for a very specific spell.
Okay.
Give me just a second here. Let me pull that up for you.
Thank you.
Because there's 2 components to this that you would need to know. And one of them is for something that you're probably not expecting. And it's still important, though. Because every spellcaster in the group should be raising their eyebrow when I say it's worth at least 100 gold.
Yeah. I wish I was a wizard. I made mistakes.
I'm not raising my eyebrow.
When I say wizard, sorcerer, things like that for certain spell components, but I
Well,
digress.
Yeah, the bard looking to pick up a cleric spell or 2 is definitely looking at that.
It can't be an emerald.
Oh, it's an emerald? Then fuck
Specifically a
that.
diamond.
Never mind.
Yeah, it's all the cleric spells are diamonds and diamond dust.
Yeah, I know.
Ah. Okay, so the spell involved. Give me a
Emerald,
second.
What the heck, emerald?
An emerald. This is specifically an emerald. Let's see. Let me pull up the spell. Octaya, as somebody who practices this specific magic, you would actually potentially recognize this spell.
Okay, wonderful. I was gonna say this sounds like druid if it's emerald.
It is actually.
Oh, joy. Is it something elemental?
Actually.
Actually.
This is the one I wanted right here.
It's not elemental. It's something I don't have in my sheet then.
It's not actually.
Which means it's something that's.
It allows you to cast. No, you are level 5. You can cast level 3 spells right now.
I have it in my sheet though.
What?
I've copied and pasted things. I don't have them so I can cast them.
Oh, okay.
Listen to me. When I'm bored, I set up my sheet so I don't have to do this when I get to a higher level.
Ah, excellent. Okay. You would know it is a druid spell. You would know that it is a emerald of polymorph with 3 charges within it.
Cool.
Oh, I do have polymorph machine. 1 second.
You know it would allow you to polymorph 3 times. It is not rechargeable, by the way.
Not recharge that you can see. It's a new form.
It is a 4th level spell for you, by the way.
Yeah,
is
I'm
what it would
looking
be.
at it right now. No effect on shape changer or creature with 0 hit points. Be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to less than targets. Targets, game statistics.
But that is the information you can glean from those items here, earbud.
Target assumes that winds of its new form. Is it? It's not permanent though.
No.
No.
That would be true polymorph.
Yeah, that is the level.
Yeah.
Well, technically, that can be dispelled in some way, shape, or form, if I remember correctly.
Probably greater restoration, maybe.
But
I think I could just
polymorph.
dispel magic.
Not sure.
But you'd have to roll a metric fuck ton on that dispel magic to offset it.
That's what I'm saying. Greater restoration might do it though.
But anyway, it is a emerald of polymorph. Would allow you to polymorph 3 times, non-rechargeable.
Why did I have that? I'm gonna share that information.
Okay.
But there, who keeps leaving and rejoining? What'd you say I got on the? Was the second roll the dagger or the scroll?
No, the first roll is the dagger. You have not read the scroll.
Scroll or ring.
No, it's
Ring,
you
then.
rolled on the
Second
dagger,
roll.
the ring, and the emerald. You cannot roll
Thank
on
you.
the spell scroll
Thank you.
because it has not been.
Can you refresh me on what I got on the second roll?
The second roll, that would be the ring.
Yes.
Your eyes are the same thing Naura got, plus, there's just, it's almost as if, you get the feeling that if you were to wear this ring, that you might be, that someone would consider you of, how shall I put this?
Is it a signet ring?
No, it's not a signet ring.
Okay.
I'm trying to explain this without
Yeah.
saying it,
Oh,
you know?
no. Okay.
No, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Uh-huh.
Almost as if you wore it, you could use it as a distraction to help make your arguments much more persuasive.
I need it. I need it right now. I need the ring. Give me the ring. Magical items. What was the offer
What
value?
ring is yours?
I didn't say that in character.
So I'm now going to update your list of items here because you said you
Yeah.
shared it with Naura, right?
Yes.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. What was Valdir's offer? An hour.
They're handing us 200 gold and a couple of parlor
Mhm.
tricks to sail into an open war zone.
Yeah.
That's not nearly enough.
Well, what would you consider a fair offer in this case?
We've got the only ship that can get there pretty much quietly, and avoiding the main landmass in the way. We've got the only ship of its kind on the bloody planet.
Don't be
We
so
can,
sweet.
we can fly over land, right?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as we get a running start.
You can fly over land, you just have to land in water.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a lot more than this, either in gold or in items. That's up to you. At the very least, if you want to do it in gold, we'll take the items, but bump it up to 1,000. Because this is not nearly enough. Not for sailing into that war zone.
Oh boy, I'm about to say roll triple disadvantage persuasion on that, but...
Same though.
Here's the thing. He's
No,
about
I know.
to name drop.
No, I know. I get what you're saying, and this is. Ooh.
Most especially with one of the members of our crew.
Yeah, and I know where you're going with this, and I don't blame you for making the offer.
Can Octaya cut him the fuck off
Yes.
and say, oh, how's she want to do this? She cut him off before he says anything more, and she will place on the table a silver coin.
I thought that arc was over.
She's still a member.
Persuasion
Not for
check
her.
advantage.
She's still a member. Like, what do you want her to do? This is her strongest association. Persuasion check.
Advantage.
Okay. Thank God. And then she'll say, perhaps you might recognize this.
The elf doesn't.
Hmm.
The mage on the right, however, does.
Good.
He kind of looks. He looks over to. He kind of tries to get the attention of the elven mage, and he whispers something in his ear.
Mhm. And then Octaya would say, if you want the services of me, my expertise, and my ship, sweeten the deal.
And after he finishes whispering in his ear, he says two things very audibly. You can both hear this. They're trustworthy.
What's the second thing?
He said they're trustworthy. That's it. That's all he says.
You said two. Oh, whatever, it's fine.
2 words.
Two words,
words.
not two
Two
things.
words. There we go. Still need 3 with a contraction. It's fine.
The elven mage once again strokes his beard. He says, I see. It would seem that someone under my charge understands the offer that you're making.
I will nod gracefully.
You are a trustworthy fellow, according to him, and I would trust his judgment. 700 gold plus the items.
Hmm.
We are clearly not dealing with riffraff around here. You have a means of transportation. You have some level of backing yourself. We throw in those items as well, plus an additional 10 spell scrolls.
Do we get to choose the spells?
You would choose the spell scrolls.
Okay.
Can we say yes yet?
Make a small counter offer.
Go
Have the
ahead.
spell scrolls and enchanting services for at least 2 weapons.
Hmm.
He's gonna look over
No.
towards Octaya. Not everyone can cast a bloody spell.
But you can I don't you want to take away the spell scrolls.
I'm not taking them away, half them.
I think we're approaching a point of agreement here, but I make a small counter offer right back. I would be okay with you using our enchanting services.
For what cost?
None of the spell scrolls, but I would allow for 3 uses of that enchanting service.
How about all the spell scrolls, all the items previously mentioned, 500 gold, 2 uses of the enchanting for weapons.
Deal.
Maybe I shouldn't have agreed to that.
Oh, boy, Asper.
I'm crying inside.
Okay, so hang on. 500 gold.
500 gold, the magical
10
dagger, 11 spell scrolls.
11 spell scrolls. So it's gonna be 11.
Precision, Emerald of Polymorph, and 2 uses of the enchanting for weapons.
Please
Okay,
tell
hang
me
on.
I'm not the only person here who can cast Identify.
Yeah, I think you are currently.
2 uses
Fuck.
of enchant.
You know, I thought of picking it up, I just never did.
I'm sorry.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Was 200 gold worth that much?
It depends
No.
on the spell scrolls.
Well, I was doing it because, like, 100 per enchanting service.
Which is cheap. Oh my
That
gosh,
is
that's
cheap,
cheap.
as fuck.
Alright, then I'm gonna call that good. Now we're already good.
It's the best deal we're gonna get.
He does say though, before proceeding with the deal, and just to make sure that we're on the same page when it comes to the spell scrolls, when I refer to the spell scrolls offered, you would be able to choose any 11 scrolls from our store downstairs that would feature many scrolls from all of the different.
Would we be able to read them as well?
Yes.
Okay.
If you would have any trouble in reading them, you would be able to have translation services available to you.
Here's the thing. When I say 11 spell scrolls, that includes the one they're already offering, and then the
Yes.
10 are the ones we choose. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Or if you want to trade that one that was offered here for something else, you can do that as well.
I'd like to read it before I make any decisions on it.
Yeah, you can. He allows you to, if you'd like.
Okay. I would love to read that scroll. Thank you.
Okay. Good news. It is written in Elvish, so you can read
Oh,
it.
I can read it. Look at that.
Fantastic. Look at that. It's almost like I planned this or something.
A label on it.
It almost says for Octa's eyes only. No, just kidding. It is definitely a spell scroll. It is a spell scroll of a 4th level variety.
Uh-huh. It's another polymorph.
No, it actually is not.
That was 5th.
No, polymorph is 4th, by the
No,
way, for
polymorph
a
is
druid.
4th.
Is it 4th? Oh.
Yes, it
It's
is.
That was
4th for a
fifth.
druid.
It's
Holy
4th for a druid.
Oh.
Stop it, Arcana.
No, I refuse. I am the master
is-
of puns.
It is a spell scroll of stone skin. Also a 4th level druid spell.
Also 4th level spell, yeah.
Not bad.
I like stone skin.
That is the spell scroll that was offered in that initial offer.
Okay. I'll take
You
it.
can, however, if you so choose, trade that in for a different spell scroll and would not count against you. If you so choose. Of course, standard shipping with standard shipping arrangements, you would receive a part of your payment up front and a part of payment upon completion. We would front you half of the payment up front, 250 gold, and your choice of any 2 of the items now. The rest of the items would be paid upon safe delivery, and of course your discretion.
So, 250 gold, the ring, and the enchanting services. Does that sound feasible to everyone else?
He would declare the enchanting services as the use of both items in this case. If you want the enchanting services, you can have both of them now, if you want. But you would not get the ring. You can get the ring and 1 enchanting service now.
Okay, so... okay. Who wants the enchanting service? Valdir, probably, right?
Since I'm here, yeah.
Actually, you know what? Just to move things along, yeah, I'll give you the ring in both enchanting services. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
I'll give it to you. Just move things along.
I'm letting you know,
Okay, cool.
Valdir would immediately say one of the enchanting services is to go on a halberd.
Okay, that's your decision.
The ring is
And
mine. That's
the-
what I'm claiming here. That's just throwing that out there. The ring
Okay.
is mine.
And
That's,
then
that's, no problem. That's up to you.
Then he's enchanting his rapier, most certainly.
Okay, so a halberd and a rapier would be enchanted then, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Great. We can set that up for you. I can have arrangements made for you tomorrow, in fact.
Tomorrow works. You think they'll want to set off that early?
I would highly advise, however, that you wait until tomorrow to depart, as there is a storm brewing right now. It might make it a little difficult to set sail.
Aye.
Mhm.
For the best if we hold off then.
However, the good news is that we would have that available for you before opening to general services, so you'd be in there on your own, be able to take as much time as you need to sort that out.
Okay. Can we pick out the scrolls now and leave them in your care? Or do you want us?
That would be acceptable. That would be acceptable. I would rather do that in a side session, though, if possible.
The entire party should be there for those.
Yes, because that
This is so many
desperately needs to be with everyone.
Also, I need to assemble the list as well.
That's fine. I want the ring. Is my big thing. I know Valdir wants the enchantment, and the gold obviously is gold. So that's fine. We'll pick up the rest later. I think I'm good as long as I get the ring.
I lay stab Valdir.
Are you putting the ring on right now, by the way?
If they're giving it to me, yes.
Yes, they give it to you right now.
I would put it on, yes.
Yeah, congratulations. Add +1 charisma to your sheet, please.
Oh, bless up. 1 second, let me add the... Oh, look, my charisma is at 0.
What?
Oh, that would take you to 20, wouldn't it?
Oh my god, I don't have any -1s anymore. Praise.
No, I'm at 18 currently.
Oh.
Okay, so I add 1
Charisma.
charisma.
Oh, it's a +1 ring of charisma.
Is it 19?
Oh, +1 ring of charisma. Oh.
So basically,
No,
it's a straight
20
up.
and 21 is 5.
Oh.
Yeah, that's correct.
And I'm gonna put it in my... Does it have a weight? No, probably not. It's fine.
The bards look jealously at the +1 ring of charisma.
I had a -1.
I know. I've got a -1 con. Not con, strength.
Me
Sorry, strength.
Oh wait, no.
It's strength. Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna...
I just want to.
I'm alone
I
again.
just want a scroll of counter spell. So
I
bad.
had a -3 in wisdom.
Why
I'm
do I
gonna write a song
That's a
about
good
that? So I can
ones
remember it forever.
without negatives?
Because the
I don't have
one
any
negative
negatives.
balances out like the 2 + 3s that I have. So
Yeah.
that aren't my
So-
main
Should have been a
stat.
wizard.
Yeah.
I should have been a wizard.
My
I
dex
made a
is
wizard
really
for
nice.
the one-off because I thought it'd be fun, and now I regret every choice I've made in this.
Oh.
What?
He's a wizard
I'll
boy.
explain later.
Oh.
Wizards get a little more access to things.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, it's recorded in my character sheet. That's where that came from. So. Oh, I should... Freak. 1 second. Should
I
maybe
feel
match
like
my
it would have fit.
strength.
Hang on, let me do a quick count here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got a 9. Plus Jack is 10. Leaf's here? Yeah, Leaf's here, yeah. 10. Yeah, 10 currently in the party, is that correct? No, 11. Who are we missing? We're missing King Sonya? No, King Sonya's here.
King's
Who
here.
are we missing?
Samson?
1,
Mementos,
2,
Esper.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yeah, 10. That's right. Okay, 10, 10, 10. Yep, that's it.
Okay. Here's... What was it? Gold. Are we just splitting that between us, Valdir and Octavia?
That's between the two of you. one other thing is mentioned here. By the way, if you were able to complete this delivery within a week, I might have a little bit extra for you.
A week.
Just a
Now,
thank
when you say complete the delivery, do you mean deliver it and come back, or do you mean deliver it?
Deliver and return, yes.
Or and return?
You would know, Octaya, based on your understanding of... you would know, however, Octaya, it would be a tight window, but yeah, you could pull it off.
It's a hella tight window, especially with this party.
Basically, what he's saying is he wants it done right as soon as possible.
ASAP.
Yeah.
ASAP. Octile will go, we'll see what we can do.
He says basically, if you're able to get this done immediately, I will double the gold offer.
Okay.
Now, does that address your concern?
Close. It'll work.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, let's move back to the other group now.
Cool, back to work again. Thank you. Okay.
Yes.
Alright, let's move back to the main group. Who is doing what right now?
I have no idea.
I mean, I know for certain Kurjiro's heading over to go and speak to Chroma.
Yeah, we're headed over to talk to
have we
Promo
done-
about
We
the...
haven't done that yet?
No, we
No, we
waited for
haven't.
Magnus.
Hi. I'm sorry.
That's alright.
It's fine.
To Chroma, then.
Alright, so you're heading to Chroma, correct?
Yep.
Alright, so, you remember exactly where he is. I won't make you roll on that and whatnot. Yeah, you head up to his office. You're at his office. The door is closed, by the way.
Conk. Conk. Conk, conk.
I'm assuming that's a knock?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
What else would it be?
It's actually me taking my own head and just conk, conk.
Oh, okay.
Against the wall.
Uh,
You okay there, Esper?
nah, but let's...
There's a metaphor in there somewhere. I don't know.
Euphemism, maybe.
Euphemism, yeah. Anyway,
Also, reference.
the door opens. It is Chroma.
Vampires.
It is Chroma. No, it's Chroma.
Yes.
Oh,
Vampires.
you return!
They were vampires.
Oh, God.
We
Have at
decided
it,
to
Magnus.
leave because we were ill prepared to deal with that.
Please come in. Let's talk about this. And he looks like visibly like he looks visibly worried at when you say it was bloody vampires, Esper.
Mm-hmm. I just turned looking back. This all yours.
Oh boy.
Once you're in, the door closes behind you.
Roll initiative.
Professor-
You all die.
Nightfall.
Professor Chroma sits down at his desk and he has his hand. He's kind of rubbing his forehead as if just concerned with what you just dropped on him. So, vampires, huh?
You know,
You're
blah,
absolutely
blah, blah.
You're absolutely positive they were vampires.
Gaunt,
Well,
pointed ears.
feeling
Points.
from the way that
Yeah.
they bit into me, yes.
Points to Magnus's neck.
Vampires haven't been spotted in over 600 years. Why now?
Don't know.
Not a clue. We did find this, though, and this seemed to open whatever crypt they were sleeping in, and I hand him the staff that we haven't broken yet.
He looks at it. He takes some time to study it. Oh boy, he needed every bit of that. He says, will you give me just a moment here? I need to do something real quick. Did you by any chance use this?
Didn't really have to. It just kind of worked.
I see. He opens his desk drawer, takes a hammer out, and smashes the jewel that's embedded in it.
Figured.
Then he breaks it in half. They can stay buried for all I care.
We left someone down there.
You what?
They were kind of dead at the time.
Who exactly?
The, guide.
Someone can't aim their fireballs.
Bow.
A little bit too ballsy, if you ask me.
This is. I assume that you were able to kill a few of them, though. At least, correct?
Not nearly enough. We saw 10 coffins. Only one of them a truly fully fledged vampire.
10 coffins, you say? How many did you kill?
From the looks of it, and judging by the strength of what we found, none. What we fought was newly spawned.
Okay, and how many of them did you kill?
3.
3. The only fully fledged one was able to paralyze all but one of us in an instant.
If I remember correctly, this is out of OOC, by the way. If I remember correctly, I offered y'all 5 gold per day. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
He pulls out 50 gold and hands each of you 10 gold. Considering that, despite the fact that y'all are back early, vampires were not part of the hazard pay. As far as I'm concerned, you can take the rest of it as hazard pay. And he digs in a separate pouch and pulls out 10 more gold and hands it to each of you. And he says, "That's from me, not the university." Each of you had, the 5 of you add 20 gold. Those of you who went to the archaeological site.
Oh
That would be
gosh.
Marasi,
Nice.
that would be Wimtoss, Kojiro, Magnus.
Wimtoss didn't go.
Wimtoss didn't go, I'm sorry. Marasi, Kojiro, Magnus,
I very much would've
Esper,
gone.
Jack.
Esper, and Jack. That's right. That's right. Jack will get 20 gold.
If I was there, I would definitely go, but
You weren't.
yeah.
That just doubled my gold, you guys.
Hey.
Oh wow. I put a tiny dent in mine.
I got money.
Miss
Congratulations!
Chroma.
If this is the case, then we will not be doing any more digging or whatnot anywhere near
I'd
that site.
recommend warding the area off travel.
That actually sounds like a fantastic plan. We'll put a plan together to take care of that later today.
Sooner
I
the
would s-
better.
Yeah, well, calling a meeting of this magnitude will take a few hours.
There.
In the meantime, considering that you've held up your end of the bargain, I now hold up my end of the bargain. You're free to stay here for a week. Take some time, rest, recover. Whatever you need to do. As far as I'm concerned, if anyone asks publicly, our public response is you're being held on retainer for the week.
I actually have a question. Actually, this is one for DM. Do I know where the father of the guide is right now?
The what?
The guide's father.
No, you wouldn't just yet.
Okay. I will ask Chrome if he knows where I can find him.
Is he your fallen? Is he your fallen comrade?
It's my fault things went as bad as they did. I wish to make amends.
You would find his father in the. You'd find her father in the cathedral.
Thank you.
You probably spoke to him before you left.
Spoke to a friend of his. He was in pain.
You didn't speak to the. You didn't speak to the priest.
When we
did.
We saw him.
Yeah, him.
But we talked to a priest. But the priest that we spoke to wasn't her.
That's
father.
who they're referring to.
The one that
We're
ran off
speaking to her
was.
father.
Wait, what?
From what I understood of it, the one we spoke to was a friend of the father, and the father was just there and walked off.
That was outside.
Yes, I was outside.
Yes.
Okay.
You've not spoken to the father yet.
Yes, I have not spoken yet.
And the ring, ring, ring comes down.
Somewhere out there, there's a song playing, "Just Take Me to Church." Anyway.
Well then, friends, if you do not mind, I have one thing to do. I'll go head towards the cathedral.
Of course, Kajiro.
Okay, so Kojiro is leaving the main group to head over there, okay?
Kind of motion to Esper, like, hey, come here. And I'll walk up to Chroma. Excuse me, I have a question. Two things. First thing is that I'd mentioned to you before, that we were waiting for someone to arrive here at the university. And do you know if he's arrived yet?
Is this being whispered, by the way?
To Chroma, yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Give me a stealth check if you would, please.
Sweet.
Do I need to do that since she pulled me over there?
Nope, you're fine.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay, go ahead.
So that's the first thing is, the person that I told you about before, is he here? Yet? Maybe?
You're whispering this to Esper?
No, to Chroma.
Oh, to Chroma! Oh, well, retcon that roll then, never mind. Yes, actually, he just checked in about an hour ago.
Cool. Is he sitting around in a holding room somewhere?
No, actually, he's in the library, I think, or at least that was his stated destination.
Well, good. That was the second question. Esper, I noted how you seemed excited about the library, and I'm excited too. Could we possibly have some times while we are here to maybe spend some time in the library and read some books?
I don't see why not. I mean, considering our official stance is that you're on retainer, wink.
Hey, cool. Hey, Magnus, we're going to the library. You want to come?
One note though. When I'm referring to the library, I'm meaning any of the libraries that isn't the Grand Library. Magnus, you know which one that's referring to.
Yep.
Any other library would be available for your use. Do be aware though, because you're a guest, you cannot check out books. But any books that are available, you can read. You can read in the library.
That's okay.
Right. So will there be any? Is there anything else? Or oh, one other thing. Yes, I did promise a place to stay. There are some rooms available. There are a few unused rooms actually in our dormitories. Granted, they're kind of spread apart. One of them is on a first floor. One of them is on a third floor. I hope that's not a problem.
No.
There are a few spread about, but it would accommodate all of you.
That
5
would-
rooms in particular.
Oh, perfect. We don't need accommodations together. That's okay.
Excellent. But yeah, if you need any of the 5 rooms, just let me know. How many rooms will you need?
I will need one for myself, and I did have a gnome companion. I think he might still be at the Mages College.
That's not a problem. The same was extended to him.
Excellent, excellent. So, would it be possible to possibly send someone to go and look for him? Because it's kind of he hasn't gotten in touch with me recently. I'm kind of worried.
Certainly. In fact, we could do so here very shortly. In fact, as soon as we finish this meeting, yes, we can search for him.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So,
Is there anyone else I should be on the lookout for?
Well, he's with a half-orc gentleman at the Mages College, but I think everyone else of our party is here at the university now.
Oh, see, is he a scholar too?
The half-orc? No.
He is a gentleman, however.
Anyway,
He stabbed me. The fact that
He stabbed you hard.
he did. I almost died.
Anyway, right, so,
Obligatory shiggy diggy.
what the fuck? What the
Obligatory tentacle mage.
Wow!
We did talk about it, and I'm not letting it affect me, but I still remember.
In
the airship.
I wouldn't mind a room as well.
Of course. How many rooms will you need in total? I have 5 that I can spare.
Okay, so let me do a little math. Esper, help with me with this. I mean, Wimtoss and I'll take one room. I think Octaya and Valdir had a room or individual rooms at the tavern, so they don't need one. Do you need a room? Magnus needs a room. We got Jack and Serenity.
Magnus can stay with me if he so wishes.
Well, he and I normally share. It's kind of our thing.
I don't want to be with Jack.
Magnus
Please
Wimtoss.
please note that for each room it can house up to 3 people.
Oh. Well then.
If that matters.
Yes, that matters.
So
Okay.
3 rooms?
There are up to 5 rooms available.
Yeah, you probably need 2 or 3.
Well, that puts at 1 room with 2 people and 2 rooms with 3. If Valdir and Octaya have their own arrangements.
Pretty sure they said they did. They were telling us to meet him at the tavern later.
We do.
We do.
We have our own room.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So yeah, 3?
Yes, 3 rooms.
Okay. 3 rooms. He hands 3 keys. 1 to you, Marasi, 1 to you, Esper, and 1 to Magnus.
Cool.
Alright.
We'll sort out arrangements once we get closer to bedtime.
Great. And if you are in need of an additional room, remember that the offer still stands up to 5 rooms.
Thank you very much, sir. You are
Thank you.
most generous.
One word of caution though, before you leave. That there would be vampires after 600 years. I would, if I were you, I would consider not causing alarm and panic amongst the general population. Spreading word of vampires would get people to have reckless ideas.
Of course. It was not our intention to cause panic among general populace.
We do wish to release the information when it is safe to do so, but in the meantime, we want to have a plan of action to do so. It might be wise if you hold off on sharing details of vampires there. That there are dangerous things there, obviously, is okay. Specific mentioning of vampires might lead to some problems, especially with those who are, let's just say, a little more eager to get their findings published in certain publications, if you know what I mean. Kind of looks towards Magnus in that one.
Hey, no.
You know how the scholar life works.
I mean,
Fair enough.
I think we understand subtlety. And we would never wish to cause a panic in a place that is treating us as such wonderful guests.
Great. In that case, I will make arrangements to try to ward off the area. And make sure that the populace is ready to hear about such information so that we are ready to deal with it if it becomes a further menace to society. Fortunately, I believe we can contain it fairly quickly as long as we have the right tools to do so. I believe the cathedral would be our best starting point for how to do that. In the meantime, I have a meeting to arrange. If you will see yourselves out,
Of course.
we will do our best to ward off the entirety, not just of the dig site itself, but a good mile or two around it as well.
Okay. Well, I'm off to the library, guys. I've got somebody to meet. So, yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Do you want me to help you?
If you guys would like to come.
You seem nervous. I'm following.
Magnus will follow.
Esper goes because he has a promise to keep.
Peter, I just sent you a message. I need a response to that, please.
Ah. Cool. Okay.
While you take care of that, let me take care of Kojiro, who I believe has headed off to the, actually, no. I'm gonna hold off on Kojiro. Let me head over to Wimtoss and our resident gentle work, Croesus. But is he a scholar? Croesus,
Not
are you a
really.
scholar? Not really, okay.
Scholar Lee, yes. Scholar himself, no.
Oh, okay.
In the sense that I can put books back in the library properly. No,
As much as I am a
Okay.
master of the violin,
Properly.
I can tell you that much.
Anyway, Wimtoss and by the way, Wimtoss, as I mentioned before, yeah, you've snapped out of whatever things that you've been affected by.
Okay, cool.
What are the two of you doing?
We are still trying to find out someone who's willing to give us permission to see the artificer on the 4th floor.
Excellent. Okay. So I'm assuming you're heading back into the Mages College?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Okay, you head into the Mages College. It's much less crowded than the last time you were in there. I mean, like, significantly less crowded. You could probably cozy right up to the front desk without much trouble.
I cozy up to the front desk.
I follow along.
Okay.
Comfortable.
How can I help you?
We would like to see the artificer on the 4th floor.
Excellent. Do you have it? And she just stops dead in her tracks. And as she says that, she looks at Wimtoss. You're Wimtoss, correct?
Yes.
And she nods. 4th floor, 2nd door on your left.
Wimtoss,
Yes.
have you been here for shoe-related activities?
No.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know how she knew me. Okay. Let's go see this artificer.
Fantastic. Goes up to 4th floor, 2nd door on the
Oh,
left.
before you leave, Wimtoss,
Yes.
the receptionist also says, I've been asked to pass along a message to you.
Okay.
The rest of your group is in Everbright University. They are awaiting your arrival.
Okay.
I believe a certain elf was also looking for you.
If
Awesome.
you want to meet up with them ahead, I'll catch up.
I think her name was Marasi?
Yes. Awesome. Okay. We'll be sure to be along.
Excellent.
Well, might as well help you see this through.
By the way, if you need to use the teleportation room, that is all the way at the end of the hall on the 4th floor as well.
Thank you, man.
So did you say you were going to meet Rossi?
No, I'm gonna continue with you.
Okay.
We can meet with them later.
It's just a business transaction, or I'm hoping for a business transaction. Nothing interesting.
There's been a lot of business transactions today. What sort of business transaction are you looking for?
The one that doesn't get us killed.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm fresh out of those. Would you like a slight bodily harm business transaction? No, just kidding.
Yeah, sure, just not the face.
Just not the face. I mean, we could do like a wrist and maybe a lower leg. I mean, you know, that's our standard rate right now. But seriously, go ahead.
Croesus walks up to the 4th floor. Is Madness, Wintoss following?
I am everywhere. This is the Magic College after all. I am everything.
Oh, jeez.
Just start yelling.
I'm in the walls.
Everything turns to tentacles.
Oh God, no.
Anyway,
We reach the 4th floor.
He's back! Oh God!
we go to the 2nd door on the left and knock.
Okay. Yeah, the door is not closed. Actually, it is wide open.
Then I just step in.
Follow.
Both of you roll Arcana, please.
I told you I was everywhere.
Considering the amount of issue we have mentioning his name, I would like to punt Arcana instead.
Punt Arcana.
Wow.
So the gentlemanly orc does not notice this, but Wintoss,
Okay.
as you enter, you get this strange vibe that the room that you entered, or at least the room that you thought you entered, is not the room that you actually entered. It's almost as if you've been shifted somewhere. Gentle orky orc, okay. You've been shifted somewhere. Not quite a planar shift, but similar to a teleportation. But not quite. You enter a very large room. What appears to be, at least at first glance, to be similar to a blacksmith's area, but it's not quite. In fact, you don't see any traditional. You see very little traditional forge machinations. What you do see though is several wizards. You see a couple blacksmiths, a couple of them in there. You see what appears to be multiple alchemy stations. A few tables that seem to have some blueprints and spell scrolls and what on it. It looks like a very well organized blacksmith, but not one that you would normally see. It's very unique. Croesus, you would see basically a blacksmith place with a bunch of books and scrolls, and it's like, oh, okay.
I guess now you put them in when they're 1 hour call, you know. Anywho, I walk up to what appears to be the front desk. I guess the front anvil.
Okay.
And just like gently tap. Do any of them notice me?
I'm sorry, say that one more time?
I just gently tap on the front anvil. Just.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hi, how can I help you?
I'm interested in rechanting a particular gem I came across, making it more useful.
Oh, sure. In what way would you like to make it more useful?
Well, I kind of wrote it down in a little note, the basic general idea. So let me just pull it out and give it to you.
Mm-hmm. And what does the note say?
Is currently being typed.
I'm sorry. Oh, you're typing it out?
I think he is, yes.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
When tossed, you wouldn't know that this is the gem that gave you so much arcade, also morosity chest pains.
Wait a minute, is this the gem? Wait, refresh my memory, which gem is this? Is this the gem that y'all didn't bury?
Yes.
Oh no.
We still have that? I thought we got rid of that.
No,
Why do
Croesus
you have
kept
it?
it because Croesus wanted to keep it.
Yep.
Biggest
Haven't
smile on my
used it
face right now.
anymore, so
Croesus? Why do you still have that?
Because I have an idea for it.
You have an idea. What's your idea?
Yes, pray tell, what is your idea? I'm not there right now, but the
Last
Arcana
time I was-
resonating through the entire...
Last time we had it.
I ignore the Arcana resonating to the universe until it explains his shenanigans.
Didn't we have to fight a being that came out of that damn thing?
Yeah, and a freak.
It's dead. There's nothing left to worry about the gem, so I'm going to make some good come out of it. Exactly how much good I can come depends on this man's answer.
I think I could do something with this as he's looking at the gem. I think I could do something with this. But
I figured.
yeah. Because I had a feeling that you might be asking that.
No, because they're not aware of the deal.
Okay, yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I think I could work with something with this. Now, the first part that you mentioned, I don't know if I could do that specifically, but the latter, you want to channel this in a different way. I think I could do something with that. Give me a moment. Let me take a look at the properties of this gem. It'll take about 5 minutes.
Okay.
I can see if I can work with this specific material. If you'll grant me a few minutes, and he runs to the back and he asks for another person to assist him.
By the way, an Ifriti used to live in there, if that helps.
Say that again?
Ifriti used to live in there. Now it doesn't.
We killed it.
Yes.
This is me facepalming right now. He backs up real slowly. Turns to you. Hands you the gem. Says,
You
I'm sorry, I
had to
can't
say
help
something.
you with this.
It's probably better he did say something. To be fair.
What was that?
No, magical mishaps always happen in this place. Don't worry. Don't you remember one of the last semesters that they had this place? They had to clean up half of the women's dormitory. It exploded.
Stop talking
Oh, did
right
that have
now.
something to do with you? Is that
No. Oh, is that why
No.
you can't say your name around this
Wow.
Anything to do with the exploding woman's dormitory.
Uh-huh.
I think you did.
I'm
I think
sorry.
you're lying.
Damn.
Shush.
I'm sorry.
I want to
Magnus.
insight check Arcana.
You can't insight check the Arcana.
I do it anyway.
Anywho, I look at the guy. Is there a problem?
Yeah, there's a problem. This is a gem meant for imprisonment.
It also had other things inside it, and I do not care for imprisonment. So
I do not care for imprisonment gems either. That's just a very it's a very unethical thing unless we're dealing with things that are about to present wanton destruction upon the entire land, and the only way to stop it is imprisonment.
the thing that it was in prison is dead. We killed it dead.
I'm sure
And
that's
I
fine
have-
and dandy, but this is an imprisonment gem. I need a different material to work with if you are looking to do something of that nature.
What are you looking for then?
I could work with anything else in that matter. I could work with your armor. I could work with a different gem. I could work with a lot of different things, but this gem already has a specific property to it. It is meant for imprisonment. It is not meant for what you ask.
But you do it with my left shoe.
God damn it.
I love
I
it.
will not carry your left shoe around.
Charmed, I'm sure.
I'm just asking about materials. Not even literally.
You know what?
He's gonna do it.
Closest. Can you work with metal in general as well?
Possibly. I mean, it. Not. I don't know if I could. Actually, I think I could work that into your weapon as a channeled focus.
Nah, I have something else. He takes off his necklace, which appears to be a bunch of what used to be fancy rings, kind of twisted into links of a chain. Put it on this and stuff.
Give me a few minutes. Let me take a look at it. He calls over for his buddy again, looks over the material.
This time, shut
What
up.
time is it gonna be over, you think?
Within the next hour.
Okay.
He heads back. He says, I can work with this.
Excellent.
By the way, there is a charge for the services, of course. You understand.
Mm-hmm.
Our standard going rate right now is for non Mages College members 250 gold.
And how much would the gem take off?
You're using as part of payment?
Yep. If you prefer, it can go back out in the world.
We could bring it. I could bring it down about another. Bring it down to about 150 gold.
Hmm.
150 gold plus a gem.
Do you accept payments? Because closest has right now 15 gold pieces. I'm not. So.
Do you do layaway?
Do you do indenturement?
Do intention? Well, let me answer the first question first. Do you do layaway? Yeah, sure. We tell you, yeah, go lay down. We'll transport you somewhere very far away. Layaway. To answer your second question, sawed off.
So you don't do payments, down payments. Okay.
No, if we can take collateral as a down. We can take collateral, and you would have to basically pay the rest of it, or else we get the item. We will not do layaway, though.
Fine. I give him my glaive. This has immense personal value to me. And
Okay, are you trying to use the glaive as collateral?
Yes, it has immense personal value to me. And you can tell this is a very, very nice glaive. Entirely not like something you find at a general store. This is handcrafted glaives.
Boy, you're really selling it.
Shut up.
I mean, he kind of has to sell it right now.
Yeah, right this particular moment, he doesn't have much. He's trying to find something here. He's looking for some sort of... Gosh, okay, give me a second. Refresh my memory, Croesus.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't your glaive get a property to it?
Just a +1 to AC.
+1 to AC, okay. Are you doing this along with the gem?
You keep the gem. You're just holding on the glaive.
I'm gonna need another 100 gold.
I'll be back later.
He hands you back the items that you attempted to pawn off on him. Says, I understand. Have a nice day.
Alright. Walks out of the room, very annoyed.
Russ, what were you trying to get again? Type of enchantment.
I could not understand you at all, I'm sorry.
What type of enchantment were you trying to get?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's not going to help now.
Heading to the teleportation room, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. The door is wide open. There are five people in that room right now. Looks like one of them is waiting to be teleported right now.
Hello. Trying to get back to Everbright Universe.
Oh, excellent. Wimtoss, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Yes, you've been expected. Give us just a few minutes and we'll be right with you.
And Valdir and Octaya would be coming down about this time, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's have that happen. Yeah. At this particular moment, actually, the teleportation circle brightens up, and out pops Valdir first, followed by Octaya.
Well, hello there.
Well, hello.
Wasn't expecting you to, but all right then.
I wave.
Well, what are you two doing here?
Helping big guy. He wanted to do something. He was trying to get something done.
Now, is this before or after we did our deal?
After.
After the deal? So we'd be going back to...
I think.
So this is after the deal.
Yes.
So we'd be going back to Everbright. Because we had to go to the Mages College.
Oh, that's right. No, you're the ones waiting in line, by the way.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. Yeah. I forgot. I had it backwards.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
So we'll just
you're
say
there. You're the ones waiting.
then.
Yeah, you're the ones waiting.
Well,
Would you by any chance happen to have 100 gold pieces around?
sadly not, but I do have this. He's gonna start handing Croesus the halberd that he had over his shoulders. Might find that has a bit more punch to it.
I'm sorry, what did you hand him?
The halberd.
Oh.
So I'm assuming that we've already got the services completed.
You're assuming that you've got the what completed?
the service, the enchanting service, completed?
No. That was mentioned for the next morning.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
the next morning.
Sadly not. Most I have is about 62. I'm only willing to give you half that, mate.
50, you say? Yeah.
But we'll see, you may not have to worry too much about the old girl there. He's going to point towards your halberd, Croesus.
What about that?
Let's just say we've got a pretty decent deal. Also check chat.
There. Do you need a halberd, or...
We might not. Not sure.
Alright then.
You gonna interrupt Tayo?
What did I tell you?
What? I missed something. What?
I was just making sure that he answered you.
What was your question?
It's in chat, you
It's in
potato.
chat.
I wasn't looking.
The question was, why do you need gold?
I'm a mercenary. I always need gold. I was hoping to get something, though.
I'll give you a halberd. You're fine.
I'm mostly fine, but there are other things that I can use more effectively than a halberd.
Always something else that can be useful. But
very much to me. And as a, let's just say, indirectly to you.
What's that about?
Let's just say I came back from the Artificer and they want too much gold.
Oh, you know how these boffins are. Always wanting more to finance their little expeditions.
I always want more gold, more gold.
Well, on the plus side, at least they're financing us. Got a job for us.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, gonna wait till we get back for the others.
And on that particular note, as you're mentioning that, one of the mages in the room turns to you and says, your teleportation is ready to Everbart University.
Alright.
Everybody into the trolley?
He's gonna look towards the attendant as he's walking in. Make sure it's a smooth one this time. I just had lunch. He's gonna step through.
There's no smooth teleport. This is just gonna be fun.
You get through just fine. It's not as bad this time. It's you're getting used to it. It's really disconcerting whenever you step in and it's like everything goes just like bright white for like a split second. It's kind of a little unnerving, but you're getting used to it the more you do it.
Alright. He's gonna step through, more so clutching his head, kind of like stumbling a little bit. I'm never getting used to that still.
Wait, Esper, hang on, what are you doing?
Right before we get to where we're supposed to meet her long-lost friend, I'm first casting See Invisibility, which is not concentration, and then I'm casting Invisibility on myself.
Okay, mark your spell sheet. We're good there. Go ahead. With the other group, yep.
And he's just gonna make his way, basically towards where he knew the party was going last, or at least, telling the others where the party was last, and then just walking towards them. Which would be Chroma's office.
Okay. Anything else from the side group at this point?
Other than the fact that we're walking towards Chroma's office, I don't think so.
No, not quite.
I'm going to continue with y'all then as you go to Chroma's office for right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you arrive at Chroma's office. Pretty straightforward journey. Takes you a few minutes to get there, but yeah, you get there pretty quick.
Right. Anyone care to knock first?
Might as well. And knock. Hello.
You knock. Says, "Come in."
Hello.
Oh, hello again. I'm afraid you've caught me at a bit of a bad time. Trying to set up a meeting here. There's a lot of bad things happening. No, please come in. Come in.
Right. Well, mainly just asking where our compatriots are.
Oh, I think they went to the library. They said they were expecting someone. Your other friend. What was his name? Kojiro, I believe was his name. I think he went to the cathedral.
Anyone want to volunteer to track him down? He's gonna want to hear this.
I'll volunteer you.
Well,
Nice.
he sounded like he definitely wanted to head to the cathedral. I think something about an apology. Something about an apology.
You just
but
got voluntold, man.
I'm sorry, I just got back. Who's
I gotta.
you're about to get involved in this here in just a second, Kojiro.
Oh,
Hang on.
lovely.
Yep.
Because we're gonna jump to you in just a minute.
Gets involved.
Yeah. But yeah. By the way, as I told the others that were with your group, because they have completed the job that we requested, your entire group has 5 days, an entire week stay here. Publicly, if anyone asks, you're considered to be on retainer with us. Payment has already been given to the rest of your group, but anyone asking about your association with us just simply says you're on retainer to deal with a concern with a certain archaeological dig site.
What exactly
Privately?
there are?
I'm sorry?
Nothing.
Privately, though, you really don't want to go near that dig site right now.
I've been told.
Croesus and Wentos don't know what the fuck you guys are so worried about.
We don't. We have no clue.
They don't,
What
yeah.
exactly did you do? Did our group do?
Ask them later. Believe me, you're gonna want to hear that story.
Speaking of which, I actually, if you're heading to the cathedral, I'm actually on my way there now, if you would like to accompany me.
You lot find the others. Let them know we've got a job. I'll find the little lordling.
Okay. So, who's going with Professor Chroma?
Suppose I'll go just with him.
Okay.
If anyone else wants to come along.
Just Valdir?
I guess I will go.
Kroos is going.
Going to
Okay.
the library.
Wimtoss going to the library. Where's Octaya going?
Probably just following Beldier. Sorry,
Okay.
I wasn't really paying attention to doing homework.
No worries. Okay, so Wimtoss, you'll be on the sideline for just a few minutes as we continue with Chroma, Valdir, Octaya, and Croesus.
Wouldn't I have arrived at Cathedral?
You're already there. You're already there, Kojiro.
Right.
But they're heading there. Kojiro, you arrive at the cathedral first. It's pretty empty in there right now.
Is there anyone there? Like,
Yeah,
no
there's
one's there?
two. There's two clergymen there. At least two of them that you can see.
I'll ask them if they know where the guy that we were sent with, where her father is. I have to speak with them.
Who specifically do you ask for? I want to make sure I have that terminology.
Well, which of the clergymen looks more knowledgeable?
Equally knowledgeable.
Either one works.
Okay. No, but I'm saying how do you phrase the person that you're asking for? How do you phrase it?
I assume I've seen him, but haven't spoken to him.
You would have seen him earlier, yes.
I will describe his appearance and say this is who I'm looking for.
Ah. Huh.
Do they know where he is?
Give me a second. You mean Father Notley? Yes, actually. He's preparing for a meeting right now, but I can summon him if you need him.
That would be great. Just let him know I'm looking for him, that I'd like to speak earliest convenience.
Certainly. One moment, please. And he heads to the back, to an area that is apparently behind closed doors.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
gone
not
for a
lying.
solid. He's gone for a solid 15 minutes.
All right.
As this is going on, the other part of the side group actually arrives.
Oh, what are you all doing here?
Came to find you, honestly.
That bad of an emergency?
That good of a job.
What's the job?
Find out when we get the rest of the group together. I don't want to have to repeat myself.
And on that note, the clergyman arrives back downstairs with a certain priest that you've been looking for here, Kojiro.
Alright. I wave from and I'm off, just with some investor of I'll be there when I get there.
As you're saying that, the priest sees Professor Chroma. Professor Chroma, you're here early. That I am. Is everyone here? No, not everybody's here just yet, but they should be here soon. Maybe 15 minutes? Oh, then I guess I have nothing but time on my hands right now. Should we begin preparations? No, actually, I would, considering not everybody's here, I would see to their needs first. If you want to wait in my office, that's perfectly fine. And Professor Chroma heads back to the area that the first clergyman originally went to. And you can hear him. You can hear what sounds like shoes on footsteps, on shoes on steps going up. At which point, the priest turns to you, Kojiro. I understand that you needed me, son. How can I help you?
I wish to, since it was your daughter I was there with us, I wish to express my apologies for what happened. It's my fault that she meant to think she did. I'd have been more cautious, she'd still be.
Perception check.
Lovely.
Only from Kojiro. Perfect. His face. He appears. He's trying to put out a strong front, but you can tell, the beginnings of tears are beginning to form up in his eyes, as if he knows exactly what you're referring to.
As a father myself, it's not right for me not to express my apologies. If I was in your shoes, I'd have been furious.
I see. So this is what this was all about.
I didn't wish to catch you when you were busy, but seems I did.
Did she go down swinging?
Yes.
Like anything.
She went down like a warrior.
I see. At least she got to do the thing that she wanted to do in life and in death. She was able to protect those that...
I'm sorry, what? Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not here.
In life until her death.
It's great.
She at least got to,
It's fucking great.
Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you reading
Yeah.
what's in chat?
Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's damn.
Cold.
That is really cold.
So you're gonna need some salt for those burns.
It's not really cold. It's actually on fire.
It's exactly
Some
the opposite, I
ointment.
know, but jeez.
Gonna need some ointment for those burns. I mean, God. Jeez, y'all just calm down over there.
Team D&D is blasting off again.
GG. No, right.
Was it what Chroma said they were?
Yes.
I
We're
would
on our
invite
way out
you.
when they caught up to us.
We will hold a service for her tomorrow. Will you be able to attend?
I will be there. If there's anything you need this next week while I'm here, just say it. I'll be there.
He nods, and he heads back to the to the area where he came from.
All right.
Near the door, you see the door close, and you hear the sound of footsteps heading upstairs.
I take a deep sigh and I ask Valdir, let's get on with it. And I start walking out of the cathedral.
Wait.
Well, you coming or not?
Well, you know where the others are.
Oh, I would assume the library.
I head that way then.
You got business here?
Not here. Come on, let's find the others.
Alright. Start heading towards the libraries.
Okay, so you're heading to the library?
Yep.
Right, so you're heading to the library. Okay, let's get to the main group that's in the library at this point. Let me deal with the spell casting first. That would be from Esper, who has cast See Invisibility and then has gone invisible. Is that correct?
Yep.
Excellent.
Look at himself.
Well, hey, look at this. It's funny you should mention the See Invisibility spell because remember how you saw very few people in the library before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now triple that.
Hang on, Zach,
2/3 of the
please.
people in there are
Invisible.
What?
I just want to wave at one and see if he waves back. Damn it.
Hang on, I'm thinking. No, they don't wave back.
Damn it. Well, I will say the reason I did some of this is, or did this is I agreed I was going to be a silent observer during this whole thing. I'm watching his facial features, checking to see if I can tell if he's acting shady about things or acting dodgy, like he doesn't want to answer some of our questions.
Perception
Also,
check, please. As you're in the middle of that, perception check.
Oh, that was at spells. Let me go over to perception. Perception.
Perception.
How bad can it be? Almost
Bad.
as low as I can roll.
You hear a loud hear somebody loud right behind you yelling "Boo!"
Hi there.
Pats your head, amateur.
I can
And
see
half
you,
the
friend.
half of the people who are invisible just start chuckling at this point.
Awesome. I'm just gonna be quiet this whole time. Just sit and watch. Lasts an hour, so.
Okay. Let's go through Marossi, and then we'll go to the rest of the party. Marossi, what are you doing in the library?
I am looking around for if I recognize anyone in particular. One person in particular.
Right. Perception check on that at advantage based on familiarity. Let's go with Leaf. What is Serenity doing?
I'm standing by Marasi in case something goes wrong.
Okay. Esper, you said you're just watching, correct?
Yeah, I'm her silent observer.
Let's go to who else is here? Arcana's here. Arcana, what are you doing?
Standing next to Marasi. 'Cause why not?
Standing next to Marasi, and now we'll say Wimtoss is arriving. Wimtoss, what are you doing?
Cleaning his shoes.
What is Wimtoss doing?
Looking around for Marasi.
Okay. So most everybody's with Marasi at this point, directly. Okay. And now we'll go ahead and usher the rest of the group in. Kojiro, what are you doing?
Is there any elevated area?
Not really. I mean, there's this is not in this library.
You can climb on a bookshelf.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Please don't climb on a bookshelf.
But I want to see him fall.
I will simply start looking for Marasi and the others.
She's not hard to find.
Alright.
Oh, do
Hey, Marasi?
Nod to Kojiro.
What is Valdir doing?
Valdir's gonna come in with a winning smile. Guess we just lined up a job for the lot of us.
Imagine how weary I am of that.
Well, you can be as weary as you like. It's money
Ask
in your pocket, isn't
Marasi.
it?
I'll ask Marasi a simple question. Is he here?
Asking the DM that question, I don't know. I'm gonna
We're
assume
gonna
yes,
get to that.
but I don't know.
We're gonna get to that in just a second. I have to go through what everybody's doing first.
Yep.
Octaya, what are we doing?
I don't know.
Just with Valdir?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. That
Good
works.
enough place.
Good enough. Croesus, what are we doing?
Sigh.
Well, obviously, Valdir is not going to tell us stuff anytime soon, so he's just going to go around browsing books.
Okay.
Not until it's time.
Marasi,
Yes.
natural 20 on that perception check.
Yes.
You see two people that look familiar in here.
One more than I expected.
Really? Because I thought it would be exactly who you would expect.
Okay, the player I know you're talking about, but Marasi does not.
Oh, yes. Okay. So, yes, the person you were seeking is about...
That would get awkward real fast. There.
The person you were... Oh, God. Wow, yeah, that could get really awkward to hurry.
It really does. Man, it get extremely
No,
awkward.
you don't understand. There's... Yeah. Let me finish.
I've seen that happen in real life before.
Okay, let me finish. The one that you're seeking is over, actually is with another person that you recognize. Let's see, there are two people there. One of them, give me just a second, appears to be, they're both fairly young. One of them, they're both elves.
Yep.
One of them is wearing what appears to be a apprentice mage's robe. Nat 20 is going to give you this. Appears to have what appears to be a I mean, he has that look of a researcher about him.
Friends!
I'll be right back.
No problem. He seems to be in deep study in a book that he is reading. The other one, also a fairly young-looking elf, with what appears to be very, about, let's say, middle of the neck length hair, very dark. Very dark hair, by the way. seems to be assisting the other one. You recognize the one that's assisting the other one as the person that you're looking for.
Okay then. Look around the rest of the party. Just kind of make eye contact and follow me, guys.
Okay. Liz, do I get yes or no on my screen?
Definitely not them.
Okay. Had
Wait.
to ask.
Yeah.
Frosty, is this that person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So go walk over and nod to both of them. Kind of just stand there and wait. Russ is not entirely sure what to expect out of this.
Fantastic.
She walk over the crowd of people behind her, basically. Hi.
Wait, you do say hi?
Sure, to get their attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Puts my dice away.
Stop that, you.
Give me just a second here, because I want to make sure I have this correct. Based on what we talked about with this earlier. Okay, perfect, okay. They both turn to you. And you just see the one that was helping the researcher, his eyes just light up. It is you.
It's you too. It's been a while.
And he just runs over and hugs Marasi.
Okay.
I'm just so happy you're still alive. They said you were dead. When I heard what happened and everything, and just to hear you just send that message. Oh my gosh, just everything is just.
I'm sorry if I scared you on that, I guess.
Pinch me. I'm not dreaming. Am I? Pinch me.
No, you're not
An
dreaming.
invisible hand pinches him.
Oh, jeez.
Wildly flails a backhand towards you, surprised, and just flails wildly and misses.
So Falar, I need to introduce you to the people with me, I suppose. Okay, so we've got, this is Wimtas. He's been my dearest companion since I've been gone. We now have,
Hello.
we have Serenity's here. This is Magnus, Valdir,
Hello.
Octaya, and wandering around somewhere, is Esper. He is also here.
And to which the researcher turns around away from the party, grabs Esper by the collar, pulls him back, and says, "You mean this invisible little guy right here?"
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one.
He grabs me?
He can see invisibility too. Researchers ain't stupid.
Let go of me before I put your nose into your brain.
You want to
Show
try that?
respect, Esper.
Esper. Okay, I would know this guy's name. What is it? Or actually, no, I would know the name he had before. What is it?
Yeah, you would know the name he had before.
Yeah.
Don't mind me as I'm frantically looking through notes.
Yeah, and then they wouldn't be calling me Marasi. They'd be calling me something else.
Yeah.
Because they
What,
would.
you name him. You name him.
Okay, give me just a second. I'll think of something.
Legolas
Hey.
and
I'm not naming
No.
him Legolas and Keith. No.
Fettuccine
No.
Alfredo?
I'm not.
Name
no.
him Lemon.
God damn it.
Oh,
I
even
did have a name for the other one. The researcher's helper. His name is Falar.
Yeah.
I did call him.
Yeah, I
that,
know
do
that
believe.
one. Yeah. Yeah, you do call him Falar
Yes,
in this
I do.
case. Yes, you do.
oh shit, he's holding on to me. I just flashed the signet ring of the elven family leadership.
Roll deception. Wait, hang on, wait, before you do so. Is that legit or no? A legit ring or no? Whisper me the answer.
Oh man, your name is the longest to type out.
I'm sorry.
GM works.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome, I'm a wizard. I'm not a wizard, I'm a warlock. Damn it.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a fighter. I'm a warlock.
I'm gonna get blamed for everything. I did that.
You know, just let him go. He's harmless.
This is important, by the way. This is
Yes.
important to what happens next, because a signet ring was flashed in front of his face.
Yeah, I know.
It is real.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of looks at you like he's spoiled, just kind of under his breath is like, spoiled brat, and lets go of you.
Don't worry, I don't like them either. But this helps some. I'm just gonna sit down. I'm just here to watch.
By the way, the former name that you listed would be the name that you knew him by, correct?
Yeah, it's the researcher's name.
Okay,
She told me to name him, so I did.
that's correct. Is that his?
Those are the names I would know. It's the names I'm calling them. They have
Okay.
not introduced themselves as anything else, so yeah.
I need this, please.
Oh, joy.
Why you do this?
I know.
I need that.
I'm on it.
Yeah,
I'm on
I
it.
do need that. This is
I'm on it.
important for you.
I know.
Also for Octaya as well, possibly.
Yes.
Sorry, what?
Possibly.
Hi.
Possibly. We'll see.
Well, like
What,
that.
what am I?
That's a good
What
name.
am I
We're
wrong?
waiting. I'm waiting for a response, and then you'll possibly get information. You might. That might. Okay.
Did I?
Okay. Did you call him? Did you call him by his name, by the way?
I did. I did.
okay.
Called Inno by his name and Falar by his name.
Okay. Well, Anil turns to you. It's not Anil anymore. You do realize that, right?
I do.
I did take my adult name. Hayan.
Nice to meet you, Hayan. I'm Marasi now.
Since
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Octaya, you would recognize this transition in names from child's name to adult name.
Because elves can't be simple.
Woo!
Kojiro,
Yeah,
Kojiro, you would also recognize this transition.
Yes.
So who's transferring? I'm sorry. Who's
Uh,
transferring?
It was Enil
Marasi.
to Hayan. So
Okay.
Enil was the childhood name. Hayan is the adult name. That's for the
Right, okay.
researcher.
I tell Han it is a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, I understanding you. I was told that we were all going to be meeting here, so you know it's good. It's good to see old friends again. By the way, did you take your name yet?
I did. I was on my own, but I took it on myself. Take that what you will, I suppose.
Considering the way things are now, I can certainly understand. Shall we have a seat then and talk?
Yes. We need a large table. There's a lot of us.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, there's one right over there. And he brings several books with him. Yeah. Falar is also is just like at your side right now.
I raise an eyebrow at this and just give a slight smile as I walk to the table.
Kojiro,
Yes.
why don't we toss in a second perception check just for shits and giggles?
So I need to roll 2.
I need 1 perception roll, please.
Alright, I will make this one public.
Make it public.
I crit failed, I don't know anything.
Yeah. Moving on.
I know nothing.
Moving on.
Choose.
They
Man,
haven't heard my name yet, so I'm safe.
Roll 20 is just stingy with these rolls today.
I don't know, that's like my first fail today.
That's a nat 1. There's so many nat 1s today. I mean, it's not just Naura. Earbud getting them, you're getting them. I mean, roll 20 is just handing out nat 1s. Anyway. Right, so you all sit around a large table. It's a rectangular table. Seats about 16. So yeah, there's plenty of room for all of you.
As I had not been introduced, or did not introduce myself, I introduced myself as Kojiro.
Mhm.
Hoping neither of them recognized the name.
Give me a second on that.
I did introduce each person though. I went through just real quickly through the names.
Yeah.
Right. There's something else in play here. I have to remember. Give me a second. No, they would not.
Yay!
Kojiro, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm fine.
Now,
Congratulations, you don't get slaughtered today.
not yet.
You know, that's not.
Okay. For the reason that I asked for you to come here, I have a couple of questions that hopefully be able to maybe help me with, and you being here too, hey, and that would definitely be helpful.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you know, there's nowhere I'd rather be right now. I mean, just, it's good to see you again. I mean, before we get to business, how have you been?
Well, life outside of Edwestel is not easy, that's for sure.
Yeah, I bet.
I've
it's not easy inside.
Well, I've been on the island of Ro for almost 20 years now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just...
Yeah, they're super fond of elves on that island.
Yeah, no kidding.
More fun in other places.
By the way, this really isn't a great time to come back home, if you know what I mean.
Well, wasn't my intention. As much as I would like to, it's not something that I think would be really possible.
Damn.
Oh.
Accurate.
Okay.
Accurate.
Back to it.
Yeah. Now, okay, so we found a couple of things, and it kind of worried me a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Towards the end of the time, there were people that were specifically hunting for me, asking for me by name, and it kind of weirded me out.
Interesting. They hunted you specifically.
Yes.
By which name?
My old one. Now, Kojiro, do you have that note that we found?
I do.
Would you please?
And I hand it to both of them, both parts fixed. It's still in 2 pieces.
He looks at it.
Crap, my name's on that note too.
This is not good. There's only a handful of people that would even use that name anymore. Let's just say you're not the most welcome back home. I'll put it that way.
I did get the feeling when I left, yeah?
I would not recommend going back home right now. There's been a lot of weird questions being asked recently.
Weird
That's
questions?
actually why we're both here.
How do you mean?
What kind of questions?
we've been tipped off as to some plans Rim has, and let's just we understand that there's a bit of a civil war going on, but there's also rumblings there's also rumblings of a potential invasion coming soon, and we've actually gotten word that someone there is looking to make a power play.
Yeah, we have some knowledge about that too.
Behind closed doors.
I couldn't hear either of you when both of you talked over each other.
Sorry. You first.
Okay, I was going to say that we have information about that too.
Yeah. Also, we should do this behind more closed doors. So look around because there's other people here.
Kojiro specifically, roll perception.
Lovely. I don't know nothing.
You would actually roll this at advantage based on familiarity.
Oh, yay!
Or potential
I needed
familiarity.
that.
13. Is it enough, though?
I pray it is.
Oops. Amongst the remind me, what are your invocations?
My invocations would be Fiendish Vigor and Eyes of the Rune.
Okay. Give me just a second here. Does Fiendish Runekeeper allow you to see runes when they are invisible?
Eyes of the Runekeeper simply allows me to read anything.
Read anything. So if it's invisible, you wouldn't be able to read it?
See it.
Have to be able to see it. Okay. You would see nothing then. You would not see anybody of note other than researchers.
Yeah. But I will make a note of that and tell them there is information that we can't fully disclose easily when in the open.
Okay. Would we have a more private area to speak then?
Here's the ship.
The ship is closed. Completely.
What?
If I remember correctly, they said that it was completely closed. No
Yes.
getting on or off.
Yeah, there's a barrier put up around it.
When do we be able to...
Valdir.
Aye.
History check. Octai can make this too.
Hello. Okay.
Oh!
I forgot. I'm not allowed to use Roll20 because Roll20 doesn't let me do anything.
Oh
Pat,
no.
pat, 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 pat.
I'm just not allowed to use Roll20.
Strong pats. Many pats.
Yeah, seriously, just don't use it. It's
Octai, I do need a roll.
Yeah, I'm working on it. History,
Yep.
right?
History, please.
Oh, that was
17. That's okay, I'll take the
Sorry.
17.
Yeah, that's the
Octaya,
first roll anyway. Sorry.
exactly how are they going to get the cargo on board when it has that barrier on it?
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably got a lot of people going in and out of the boat to put cargo on it right now.
Uh-huh.
Might not be as private as you're looking for.
Agree. Share that with Valdir.
Wouldn't recommend the ship at the moment. That's something I wanted to talk to the rest of you about.
Oh?
We'll handle that in a little bit.
Okay.
What you have at the moment seems a bit more pressing.
Brosis pops his head around the door, around the bookshelf. Didn't you say we got rooms now?
Oh yeah, we do have rooms in the dormitory. Will those be private enough?
I think we can make it work. It'd be a bit of a tight fit, but I think we can make that work.
Alright.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Okay.
Privacy is very much concerned right now.
I agree.
Liz.
Mhm.
Looking around, does there appear to be anyone who's specifically listening to us, or...
Perception check, normal, please.
His passive is 23, he says.
Passive 23. Yep. I need to make a roll.
And I do
Actually,
see
wait, I've already
invisibility.
made a roll. Never mind, I've already made that roll. Yes, actually. One person in particular looks like they are kind of going out of their way to not look like they're looking at y'all.
Okay,
So
how
we all
dare you.
noticed them.
No, this is only for Esper.
Okay.
I'm just gonna whisper to the table, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to this person. Still twirling the dagger in my hands, because I've been in an awkward silence this whole time, thinking about things.
Okay, so I think we're gonna start heading towards the dorm.
So yeah.
Would you roll Arcana if you would, please, Esper?
Get in the barrel, Arcana.
Not again.
Team Arcana's rolling on
You would see a door. You would see a door appear next to him as he opens the door and walks
Hold
through.
person.
Initiative check.
Oh, whoa! What's happening?
Initiative check between Esper and this. Oh wow, 18. Wow, I'm gonna have a hard time beating that actually. Hold
Nah.
person goes off first.
Alright, he has to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Would I
DC
see them?
is what? What's the DC?
16.
Question.
Uh-huh.
Have we rested from the vampire fight?
No, we have
No,
not.
no, you have not.
I think I used up all your spell slots there. Sorry.
You didn't mark all of them down. You marked having used most of my first level, a majority of my second level, and one of my third level.
Oh, okay.
He can cast it at a higher level if he absolutely has to.
Yeah, I
That's
have a
right.
second level left, and I have a third level left, so...
Just to
Okay.
confirm, you're only using it on one person. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. DC 16, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That's a pass.
That's okay.
He
I've still
walks.
got a lot of movement. I can get to him.
He goes to the door. The door disappears right behind him. By the way, the Arcana check would tell you that he has just cast Dimension Door. He does pop out of invisibility, so the entire party, if you were looking in that direction, that would probably be Kojiro in that case. Kojiro would see a figure suddenly appear near Esper, and would
Yes.
recognize that figure just went through a dimension. No, I'm sorry, went through a door. Roll Arcana, please, Kojiro.
I will gladly, if I get advantage.
No, not for this. 13. I'll give it to you. Yeah, you would recognize a dimension door.
Alright,
Especially since it's on your spell list, I'll give it to you. Yeah, or not your spell list, but a potential spell that you can use.
yeah, do I, in this small glimpse that I see him, do I notice, can I roll perception notice anything that would allow for familiarity?
Won't need to. Your invocation will do it for you.
Oh, what rune does he
You
have
see
on?
a rune on him, and you would recognize this as something associated with Rem.
Surprise! It's a tiny slime.
I look to both of them. We need to move now.
Hey, and Flar, unfortunately, we need to get moving. Come with us.
Oh dear, Octaya, take up the rear.
How private of a space do
Esther,
you
you
need?
and me will take up the front. We're moving now.
How private of a space do you need? Because I can make you a space that only those that I allow can enter, see into, or hear into.
That's kind
That
of
would
exactly
be
what we need.
perfect. That is the
Considering the
perfect thing that
situation,
we
I'd say that that's pretty damn necessary now.
Actually, if you would, one moment, and he pulls shoot, I need to remember names now. Give me a second.
Either Heian or Flar.
Hayan, there we go. Hayan,
Wait,
pulls
no.
out a spell.
That's the wrong name now. Yes, it is. That's right. Never
Yes,
mind.
it's the correct name.
My bad.
Hayan, that's okay. Hayan pulls out a spell scroll and starts reading off of it. and he's as you're moving, basically. He's reading off a spell scroll.
Okay, what does this spell scroll do?
You know, he's not done reading it yet.
Okay.
Find out
This is
next time.
pretty intricate.
And we will keep moving towards the dorm, and I
Yeah.
am very much on high alert.
Yeah, it's gonna take him a couple minutes. So y'all are moving. Where are you heading?
I was thinking we could use either Esper's little like space or use the dorm room.
I can do it inside of the dorm room. It is fine.
You're
Okay,
exiting
well,
the
that's the
library,
dorm
though,
room.
correct?
Yes.
As you exit the library, he says, Falar actually turns to you, Marasi. He says, quickly this way.
Wait,
We're
what?
gonna get out of here. We're we're gonna get out of here.
I don't understand. We're headed to somewhere safe.
Yes, we're heading to somewhere safer.
What are you talking about?
Private place. In case of emergencies.
Do
Oh,
I
right.
see this happen?
Yeah, this is not being hidden right now. It's little whispers, not hidden from y'all.
Pilar. Correct?
Falar, yeah, that's his name.
I will tell you now, the safest spot you can be is with the group.
I'll tell you the safest spot that you can be is not on this plane.
Then we all need to be off that plane.
Yeah,
Obviously, the plane
that's
of
where
fire.
we're going. Just give him a
take us
minute.
off.
Just give him a minute. He's gonna take care of it. Just keep it down. We're gonna get to a safe spot. This. He always has one with him just in case of emergencies. I think this.
Do
would
we need to be
qualify as
able
one.
to see you?
You'll still see this. It'll be visible to you. Do not worry about it. Just follow us. Act natural. And he turns towards a holding room. He turns towards one of the holding rooms. He enters the room. Puts his hand on one of the walls, and a door appears there.
All right.
Please, after all of you, and quickly.
Okay.
All right. Let everyone else go through first.
Inside.
I go inside.
And all of
Same.
you, yeah. So nobody's staying behind, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And all of you, as you enter, you appear at what appears to be the main hall of a grand mansion.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Same.
It's gonna be metric fuck tons of high, but sure, why not?
It's on my spell list.
No, it's not. No, this is not. This is a much
It's
higher
higher
spell.
level, but it is a bard spell.
Hey, Liz.
I understand this.
I've already seen this once before. I already know what this is.
You don't have to roll this. You're right, Marasi. You roll a history check on
Wintas.
this.
Wintas.
Yes.
No,
See, it's
you roll a history.
Yeah.
You can roll a history on this if you want. Yeah,
Ooh.
or you can roll Arcana and history. 19's good enough. You're good.
Okay.
Can I roll
I don't
Arcana as well?
You can roll Arcana, but it's a high check.
Nope.
I roll his.
Why does everyone want me in the barrel?
Because everybody
It's
wants
just
to know
an
what this
apparatus
spell
of Qualish. Don't worry.
Yes.
May I roll an Arcana check just so Arcana gets in the barrel one last time?
I swear, I feel like a Pokemon.
Fantastic.
Why does this seem familiar?
Trinket.
Oh.
Why'd I even cast Arcana? I could just touch a wall and identify.
You could.
One of them uses a spell slot. The other one doesn't.
Okay.
No,
Everybody-
I
wow.
can ritual cast it.
10 minutes.
Okay,
though.
nobody. No, this is not what you think it is.
Wait, what?
This is not what any. No, Marasi would know.
Okay.
What this is. Wimtoss doesn't remember off the top of his head, but Marasi, you do remember actually.
Warden Kanan's sacred bathhouse?
I will
You've been to
relax
something
now.
like this once. You've been to something like this once before.
Okay.
Give me a second. I'm gonna whisper that to you,
Yeah.
Marasi.
Yeah.
Oh, it's something. Oh, see, it's something. Mansion.
Mordenkainen's
Yeah.
mystical
Yeah.
mansion.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
one.
Yep.
You've been to one of these before.
I have. Wimtoss, it's okay. We've been to one of these before. It's the same thing as when the merchant gnome
Oh, okay.
showed us around.
Wimtoss, you would immediately know at that point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's okay, guys. We're safe now.
Alright. I will
We
bow
can-
to 2 elves and apologize for not properly introducing myself. My full name is Gojiro Zakaza.
The researcher of the two. Heian. Kojiro Sakaza.
Hi.
Then it appears that... well then, this is an unexpected twist.
Things are a lot more serious than you think.
Well, I would say if you're here, then it's much more serious than
I've been gone for 5 years. If something brought me back
There's
now.
additional things that make this complicated, but yes, we need to discuss what's going on at home. We need to discuss what it is that they may want, and maybe you have an idea of why they're after both of us now.
They want Kojiro. Well, let's take care of the easy part first.
They want me dead.
They. Well, let's talk about Kojiro's side of it. Considering that Kojiro is, as you can tell, at least not an enemy. He is, of course, from Rim, but he is not an enemy. He is sympathetic to our cause.
For many times I risked me, myself, and my men to get elves out of Rem.
He is a complicated figure, one of a shall we say, almost a folklore, or at least a legend thought to be nothing more than a myth. The Rim soldier who would
say otherwise.
The Rim soldier that would somehow be working with elves, but considered at times a bit of blasphemy. But those who knew.
You should have
Rim
seen the
soldier.
feudal lords when I got elected to the rank of Elite General. They
Yes.
were very angry.
Yes, a complicated history it is, but one that a lot of people hope that would change things, and maybe still will.
Not anytime soon.
So I've heard. But perhaps this is most fortuitous that you are back, especially in this period of civil unrest. But I
Civil
digress.
unrest I can explain.
Please do.
I will tell you both now, what I say is not to be told to the hierarchy of the elves.
Well, considering that nothing here is being shared outside of these walls, go on.
The Emperor of Rem is dead.
We figured that much.
I killed him.
And both of their jaws drop simultaneously.
Magnus will follow suit.
5 years ago, 1 former nobles were killed. My wife, my son, the Empress, and the Emperor. All by 1. Well, technically 2. The Empress used magic to force me to killing my wife and son, and in a blood rage, I killed the Empress and accidentally the Emperor. That should very easily explain the civil unrest in Rem.
And that will explain why they're looking to invade the Elven lands, because they figure you're in the Elven lands right now. God damn it.
There's some.
Not right now, actually.
You had mentioned there was someone grabbing for power, yes?
Yes.
Now,
There are many individuals in Rem grabbing for power.
there's something that that this particular person wants, and I don't ask how I know this. But I have found out that there's 2-step plan. He needs 2 things. One is Kojiro to be dead, to be able to cement his rule. And the other is, and I'll pull out of my pack, this book. And I set it on, if there's a table in front of us, sit on the table. Put my hand on it. You're not getting it. It's mine. They can see it.
Heian immediately just, looks really concerned.
The fact that we have them both together in the same place is dangerous.
There are
But
3 pieces this individual needs. My head on a pike, that book, and 1 elf that knows where the Elven Nation is.
And that's why the higher-ups want you back. They don't care about you. They care about what you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they're scared to death that you will end up in Rem.
It's not my intention. I'm avoiding Rem on purpose.
Yes.
They didn't say anything about you going willingly to Rem.
It's not my intention to
Either.
go willingly either. I have backups that if something should happen, I know what to do. I would not betray my own.
Then know this. And Han looks at his hand and he looks very, very worried. He says, and sadly, if it came down to this, I was also given an order.
What's the order?
Kojiro
Marasi.
Arcana.
Yeah, it is. That's
Oh,
of course
you
it is.
son of a...
Give me a second. This is going to make sense in just a moment. Kojiro Arcana. You would know that what is being prepped right now is a Feeble Mind spell, which is then quickly snuffed out.
I am glaring
Give me
daggers
just a
at
second. Give me just a second. At which point he follows up his statement and he says, but we do not betray our own. And they are the ones who are the traitors, not you. So I will not follow that order.
And I thank you for that.
As I
There's
would
more
agree
cussing
without
in
betraying
Undercommon.
one's... While I would agree without betraying one's own. I cannot directly harm the elves or Rem.
There's a lot more to this than the surface, and this is exactly what I was afraid of. There's a lot going on behind the scenes within the elven hierarchy and within Rim itself. There's a lot of unknowns, and there are several pawns involved in this, and I suspect that we ourselves may be pawns. What I'm afraid of is what happens next.
What if we have a direct line into the ear of, well, the leaders of your country?
That's
I would advise
that's kind of what I'm here for. Or
Another
at least,
one,
or at
blood
least,
debt owned.
at least, let me rephrase. I'm as close as you're going to get to one,
You're wrong.
considering circumstances. Am I though?
There's a noble. I pull off the signet ring and set it on the table, who owes me a blood debt.
Which noble would it be?
He did not tell me his name, but that his parents were the strongest people in the Elven lands.
You
Can I
bear
make
this
a
signet
history
ring.
on that?
No, you can't, because you would not have knowledge of this.
Damn.
You're pushing that. You're pushing that.
I know.
You're pushing that
I
a little
would-
too far.
I pushed that one a little far. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
there are some things you can work with. This is not one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks at the signet ring and he says, I will tell you that things have changed over the past few years.
Maybe.
This signet ring in the land itself is no good anymore. Your debt may still be good, though.
Well, I pull out the documentation that I had to fucking mend after some asshole of a... Anyway. Barkeep, and I set it on the table that shows as I have anytime access into the mainland.
This, however, is useful. But that's useful for you. If Marasi were to ever show her face there, I don't think your parchment is going to be worth... I don't think your decree is going to be worth the price of the parchment at all.
I've got a couple of ways to not be there while still there.
Oh.
Well, 20 years, you get kind of good at disguising your presence.
And I am
Fair.
the master at that.
Let's. And immediately Falar pipes up. I object to this plan.
I know you would.
I agree. If anything, be safer staying as far away from the island as we can.
That people know that you exist. That people that know you exist, Marasi, within the Elven land is concern enough.
No, they don't. Well, they would know that I'm not dead like they said I was, but that's it. They don't know where I am. Not anymore, anyway.
Hayan at that point pulls out a parchment with what appears to be a rough sketch of you, Marasi.
Great.
This is what they think you look like right now.
Close
It looks maybe close approximation. I mean, the hair is a little bit shorter than what you actually have. I mean, they've got the nose all wrong, but other than that, yes, it's a close approximation. Let's just say somebody took a few liberties with the drawing.
I am back.
I am Flynn Rider. Okay.
Hey, welcome back. They can't get my nose right.
Damn it.
But yes, it's a very close approximation.
Okay, well that means I need to be in disguise all the time now. Cool.
Wait, what did I miss?
I'm wanted
Everything.
on Rem, or at least in the Elven land, so I can't go home. Woohoo!
Well, that makes two of us.
Well, you can't go anywhere. You're dead. You're wanted dead everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just wait until you hear Valdir's great, wonderful news.
I know.
Everywhere.
Well, here is
Right
safe
here.
because here is neutral. I know. That's why
No.
I agreed this is a safe place.
No, not just here.
Oh?
Let's just say the Elven Elders would be greatly interested to meet you, Kojiro. To what
I would
end, I
say no.
wouldn't know, but
I put them in enough
Considering-
danger, I will continue to do so.
I would also agree with not seeing them yet, at least not until we can understand their motives.
Oh, speaking of Falar, do you recognize potentially who wrote this? If there's someone that we need to be particularly cautious of, since you've been home for all this time?
Yeah, I can tell you only.
The note that
Yeah, I can-
Kojiro had.
Yeah, I can tell you for sure that only one of 10 people would have written something like this.
Okay.
An elder, 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 an elder.
And an Eldar.
But you don't recognize
And me,
which one? And you? Well,
because I know your name.
true.
So only the elders and you would know her.
Well, technically everyone would know the name Nira, but no one would know. I don't go by that name anymore, partly because I took steps on my own to become an adult, and I feel that the hardship I've been through has definitely been enough to be called a trial. So I took my own name. But that's why it was disconcerting, is that it's somebody who didn't know my new name was looking for me, which means it's someone from Vedwistal.
And the only way I would know your name is what you told me recently.
Yes.
And therefore, this came when?
Month
Okay.
ago?
Then make it 9 names.
Noted.
And those 9 would be the elders.
The elders.
Not good.
No, it's not.
We
have
could
two
always just hide
possible
you.
people in the
That, I mean,
Empire.
that's the easiest thing, is just not to be anywhere. Or be in heavy disguise the whole time.
I have two guesses as to who in Rem would be making such a play. One is the Prince, and the other one is Feudal Lord. Let's just say the Prince would
The
be
Prince.
easier to deal with.
Remind me, the Prince's name.
I've actually been looking for their names. I can't find them.
You have they're in there. You have Indu, I believe.
Yeah, it was Prince Indu. I can't remember the Feudal Lord's name.
Ito.
Or
Yes.
Ito and Prince Indu.
Prince Indu. This doesn't sound... Based on what we know about Indu, this probably wouldn't be something Indu would do.
I would agree.
At
but
least...
he has motive.
At least, not until he would be in full control of Rim. I would not see him as being this forward with his direction.
Lord Ito fits his description far more perfectly.
I would tend to agree, but I would not put the cart before the horse. I would say we would need to
It would make sense, actually.
It would, but I would rather confirm than run under the one assumption that it is indeed just Lord Ito involved.
He would never work alone. He's not that stupid.
Who's to say that the Crown Prince is not involved himself? Who's to say that other feudal lords aren't involved? I would exercise caution in this case.
Ito would keep them, or at least one or two of them, informed, but he'd make sure he kept the glory.
Right.
So I suppose say that if he is involved, he didn't include the Prince in it.
And by the way, Han turns towards you, Valdir.
Yep.
And he says, "By the way, thank you for your assistance with that important matter."
Yep. I was waiting for a break in the conversation to broach that with this lot.
Oh, import matter?
Broach what?
Perhaps I should give some full disclosure about this. I'm the one who asked for someone to take care of this job. It just appears that, however, that, we happen to get the exact people that would lead us to the ones we were looking for. It's crazy how things work.
Lovely fucking coincidence.
Explain, please.
The DM smiles.
Well, you know that letter you picked up for me a little while ago?
Yeah.
Well, that was an invitation to take a job.
Yeah.
That job would happen to be transporting food, supplies, simple stuff.
Oh, easy
Right.
enough.
Where?
I was worried about you asking that.
Well, that's the fun part, isn't it? Yes.
You most likely wouldn't
Is
want
it
to know about
anywhere near Rem?
It's a beautiful place, really, this time of year.
Is it anywhere near Rem?
Well, I think you need to expand your horizons.
If you have one of the strongest military powers out to kill you, you learn to be wary. Is it anywhere near Rem?
Well,
It's in the Elven lands. That's what
it's-
Hayan pipes up on. Yeah. It's in the Elven
it's
lands.
to my homeland, to my hometown, actually, even.
Knowing full well that one person in the party is wanted by the military power that's right fucking next to it.
And I
Yeah,
can't
Yeah.
go
Try
into
to
the Elven
persuade
lands at
this
all.
bitch.
Not to mention, the Elven Land's location is supposed to only be known by pure-blooded elves.
I can
Well,
hide
good thing
you
I'm
both
a
if we go
pure-blooded
there.
elf.
Even with
that
my
would be
close
necessary.
affiliation, I am not allowed to know its location.
Except for the part where you are formally invited by the elders.
I will
Which I
find
believe that we
until I
were.
find need to go there.
And that's perfectly fine. However, know that is a standing offer right now.
There's some important matter we have to settle. What's the pay?
Shite pay, I have to be honest there.
The pay was negotiated by the Mages Guild itself.
500 gold pieces, 2 enchanted weapons, about 11 spell scrolls, a couple of magical odds and ends.
That's all they all.
500
Oh,
gold? That's a
Yeah.
1,000. 1,000.
Not too much.
Are they really shortchanging you that bad? Oh boy.
1,000 if we get it done in time.
Oh, it's better, but
1,000. Wow, so much money.
You have to think a play like this
That's
is
a lot
done
of
by
meat.
someone with a lot of power, and 1,000 gold is easy to part with that one.
May I offer a suggestion?
mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take my water satchel out and just pour some water on my hands and start wiping away the makeup. Well, I can, under the Elven lands, the main Elven lands, my people reside.
I'm doubting your people are gonna want to take on a kind
Yeah.
mission.
About your
Hearts and
people,
minds job, you know?
about your people, Esper. Your ring, sadly, is no good right now.
Oh,
Let's
yes.
just say one of yours has been accused of treason.
I could believe that. But there is something that the elders do not know of my people, and that is that they do not that my people, for the most part, misguided as they are, do not respect the elders. And so they have their own leadership. And I am Esper Bladesinger, son of Esper.
Esper,
Heir
son of
apparent-
Esper.
Yes, Esper, son of Esper. Heir apparent to the nation of Alestria.
Wait, what?
I was sent out. Well, the Drow
Province.
civilization.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I was sent out to become more understanding of the world around us and why we are so bitter, but I have learned that we do not need to be bitter. But we need to be able to move quickly, quietly, get supplies in, get people out, people in, first of all, as I look to Marasi. I've learned how to disguise my presence as most possibly, and I have the ability to protect us from divination magics.
Esper.
That won't save you from the Hunters of Ren.
Esper,
Yes.
if you would, please, I need a history check at advantage, please.
Oh, where's my... Public roll, submit, advantage.
23 will definitely work. Actually, 15 would have worked as well. As you're thinking through this, as far as, how you could get get things to and from places within the Elven lands, a thought occurs to you. As the Drow are known to create massive networks of underground tunnels and whatnot.
Hey, we were going the same way.
And not only that, there's one particular tunnel that you believe that if you were to say go towards maybe a different area of the coast, one that is, let's just say, not populated. Let's just say that there are areas in which things could get smuggled in and smuggled out, and the things that aren't necessarily talked about publicly, but the things that a lot of Drow just kind of know. You wouldn't have to directly land in a well-known port. You could actually use the underground tunnels to potentially transport that cargo the rest of the way, slip in and out undetected, at least by anyone who isn't a Drow.
I have a
It's
smuggling
dangerous,
route.
though. It's dangerous, though.
Yes.
But it's
I have a
possible.
smuggling route we can use. The only people that would really truly know of this place are my people.
Well,
I
they
still
don't want
hold
me
some
dead.
sway. They don't. And I can hide you. You will be easy to hide. I can even make you look like one of me.
Oh, interesting. That could be fun.
Esper, you would know one other bit of information as well. You would know that in this case, the way that the drow would operate in this case would be an enemy of my enemy is my friend, and for the drow's sake, if Marasi is being hunted directly by the elders and the elders have great interest in Marasi, you would know at least at this particular moment that the drow would not be attempting to assist the elders in any way, shape, or form, and on top of that, would allow for some they would allow for some leeway without disguise. In fact, they would consider it quite the feather in their cap that Marasi would grace her presence in their land.
No one ever wants me anywhere. What the fuck?
It's more of a let's just put it this way: you would be used more as a political tool than a person.
I don't like that either.
Welcome to the life. It's not fun.
I hate it. No. Refuse. Yeah. So yeah, they did. Just call me a political tool. That's exactly what they just did.
A political tool to further their ends, an agenda.
So all the work with the ship is just unnecessary now?
No, the work with the ship.
No, you would still need the ship to get there. You would need the ship to get to the place where you can go underground, where you can use the underground tunnels. Put bluntly, Esper, you would know that location would be right about here. Also still well within the Elven lands.
So if you wish to go, if we wish to do this, if we wish to help in some way and to get our own means of doing what we need to do, that could very well be our path. Even though I'm uncomfortable, even though you call him a myth, a legend, traveling with a soldier of former, though yet still a soldier of Rem. After I have dealt with your hunters and lost someone very dear to me because of it, we could travel through there.
It'll ease your mind knowing that while I don't operate with the Rem, I'm no longer a Rem soldier. I'm a warrior before a soldier.
If you're worried about us being there, and this is Hayan speaking. If you're worried about us being there, not to worry, as we wouldn't be able to be there as it is. We are expected back within a few days. As far as I'm concerned, your secrets are safe with us. If you in fact need us to leave, if to sort out all the details of how you want to get things there, that's your business, and we'll take our leave.
I trust you, because Marasi trusts you.
As much as I would love to help the elves, there's not much I can do if I can.
I can get you in. Though I hope it is the right decision, and this whole time you haven't been playing us.
If I was playing you, you'd already be dead, and I wouldn't have seal on me.
Whatever you say.
As these two can probably guess, I'm not as strong as I was 5 years ago. And I'm glaring at Ian specifically in that one.
Give me a second. This is going to be at an advantage. You no longer bear the mark.
Yes, I have a different mark now. One that restrains my former strength.
They brand you a traitor.
Yeah, they do.
He stands up and he points out directly to Esper, right on the left shoulder, actually. He points to a seal, broken, and to another seal right below it.
Sorry.
That seal is a seal of that seal is one that only a handful of... Let's just put it this way. This is a seal that's not been seen in a long, long time. Very few, even elves, have seen this seal before, let alone... The fact that basically that this elf is looking at this would be of great consequence, because that okay. Because that means that this elf has seen this seal before, and typically Rim is pretty efficient with dealing with traitors, and by that I mean typically a more permanent removal of body from armor. If you catch my drift there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention that.
Give me a history check, Kojiro, if you would.
All right.
Give me a history check. This would be at normal, because this would be involving elven stuff.
Yeah. Darn,
No, this is not. This is not for Rim. Nah, you wouldn't know. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I will point out to Ian that he can guess that I'm a spellcaster now by my attire, I hope.
Mm-hmm. You can tell.
He could probably guess that no high-ranking soldier in Rem 5 years ago was a spellcaster.
Yeah, things change. Things change. Wonder
that
why.
much I can explain here, since it is a secret.
Wonder why.
Shortly after the incident, I made a deal with a demon in exchange for a favor I would have to do later on. If I can survive on his power, not mine, you would bring my wife and son back for a short period. In exchange, though, he has sealed my former strength. Hence, I'm not nearly as powerful as I was 5 years ago. That is the seal I referred to.
He uncloses his book immediately, and he says, "You're all welcome to rest here. However, I have a report due back to my direct superiors here within the next hour, so if you will excuse me, the place is yours for the next 24 hours.
Thank you.
Falar, I do need your assistance with a few things. Would you be so kind?" And Falar nods and takes 2 steps, and then stops and turns back towards Marasi.
I'll be here when you get back. If you come back.
A faint smile. You can see a faint smile kind of forming on his face. As he turns around and follows Hien. And on that note, we're going to stop the session for today. I'm also going to make a judgment call based on the fact that I'm seeing where some things are going right now. In terms of experience. Because I believe everybody is level 5 right now, is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, so... Give me a second here. I'm going to make a judgment call. Everybody who is level 5, which should be the entire party, take your experience number,
Okay.
erase it, and put 14,000 there.
Level 6.
That is correct. Because I have a feeling y'all are going to need it.
Wes, why do your good news come with bad news?
Wait, what?
Everybody's
We're
now
all
level
level
6. I have told
Yay.
everybody to take your XP number, erase it,
Yeah.
and replace it with 14,000.
I get to do some fun, cool stuff now.
Which
Same.
basically says, congratulations, everybody's magically level 6. And I think y'all are going to need it, so, yeah.
I will need help leveling. Because
Why is it not letting me edit my level?
not your level, your experience number.
I didn't put a comma
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, you might try editing your XP as opposed to level, and it might fix it.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, I had to hit settings. It's fine.
Okay. But that's gonna do it for today's session. Petrie, whenever you're ready to close out the live stream.
That would be now. Okay, so that is it for today. Oh my gosh, so much stuff. But I got to meet friends again. I'm excited. And learning that they almost tried to feed me, that's definitely not going to leave any traumatic experience there. She's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, so we'll be back next week, hopefully with the continuation of this, and we'll see you then.